Check. Welcome to the SPS podcast. You all are now tapped into the Raw Bunch. Like I said, man, we're gonna try something a little different this show, man. We gonna definitely kick it off with our, news week in review. This is something we ain't never done before. What's up, Sherelle? How you doing, love? Sneak in the building. What's up with you? How you doing, Sneak? Shout out to everybody watching, man. I'm about to drop the link if y'all want to come up talk about some of these interesting topics for the day, man. We're gonna get into that Marvin Sapp lock in. That shit was nasty work. We got the LeBron Stephen A beef, the Yellow Beezy joint, Kanye West kind of, doing Kanye West again, Big U, and these Millennium Tour gangsters, man. Like I said, we gonna be here for a good time, not a long time tonight, man. But Wardy, what's up with you, Brody?
What up? What up?
Ooh,
Monday, man. Just getting
yeah,
through the grind. You feel me? First day.
type shit. How's
Yeah,
your Monday went so far? Productive?
yeah, definitely productive. Definitely productive. Just came back from Durham, so trying to
Okay.
get everything together.
Yeah, you ready for this weekend?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready. Everything locked in, and just gotta drive, boy.
Nah, that's some real shit, bro. Like me and the old lady, we excited, man. We hollering at the This Might Be Risky family. Got a dope event set up, man. Bunch of networking, good podcasts is good energy, man. Like I'm super excited, man. We got some fun this weekend. And like I said, man, we gonna get to it. Bino was in, he popped in, popped out, he'll be back. CJ probably pulling up a little later. Saudi got the link. So like I said, we're gonna see, man. You want to get straight to it?
Hey, let's get straight to it.
Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about, man, is this Marvin Sapp situation. And like I said, the way we're gonna run this show, I got a couple of slides set up the way, we're gonna give a breakdown of every scenario, watch a few videos, get some reactions, and kind of broaden the conversation of how this affects us today.
Right.
So first up, we got Marvin Sapp. Never would have gave it. Marvin Sapp is catching heat on social media after video showed him directing ushers to close the doors of a church until he received $40,000 offering. In a now viral video, Sapp appeared to be on stage speaking to a crowd of at least 1,000 churchgoers, urging them all to sow a seed in their church. Congregants providing an offering to their church during the service is a standard procedure. However, Sapp faced backlash after he insisted that the ushers close the doors of the church until each person in the crowd made a donation. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors, close the doors, close the doors, Sapp said. We gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. Sapp specifically asked 1,000 congregants attending the church along with 1,000 people watching the service online to donate $20 each so he could hit an offering of $40,000. The Never Would Have Made It singer also urged a group of people standing on stage with him to give $100 instead of 20, noting that it costs to be up here. Wardy, before we get into any videos, what is your original thoughts on this, bro?
That's why Jesus came back flipping shit over when he came back. That's exactly why he
Yo,
came back
bullshit.
flipping shit over. But yeah, man. Hey, look though, I see the video where bruh did donate 40,000 of his own, like you know what I'm saying, on his own. But locking them folk at that church though.
Yeah, bro. I saw another video. I don't know if I brought that one up, but it's one to where he was kind of trying to explain that the venue that they were in, it's almost like they had to still cover cost. So I don't know whether they booked the shit and was gonna do kind of like the club, like you get your back end after everybody donate, which would have been a stupid ass idea. But I don't know. Like bro, I was disappointed. Like I really didn't understand what the fuck, why the fuck, who the fuck he thought that was gonna go with, my nigga. Like, bruh, we come from the church culture. And so motherfuckers be knowing, like, you give if it's on your heart, you got it to give. But holding niggas for ransom is nasty work, bro.
Yeah,
Know when to chop this shit. That's
that's
gross.
definitely nasty work. But
This
but
shit is
see,
diabolical.
I think that's where it comes from. Like we say, it costs to be up here. Like
Yeah,
the mega churches, like I think that's what you know what I'm saying. I don't know if that was a mega church or if that was like a members of mega church, but I'm pretty sure if he had something to do with it, it had something to do, you know what I'm saying, with some money, like a mega, you know what I'm saying? The mega church is
yeah.
about that bread, bro. So, you know, ain't
That's the
no
What?
possibility. Hey
Sorry, what's up?
y'all.
what
What's
up,
up,
what
love?
up?
How you?
I'm here, you know.
That's what it
I'm
is.
down to Atlanta.
Okay, you ready?
I was born ready. Say no. Yeah, I'm ready. I need this little vacay. First little trip of the year.
Type
You know,
Right.
shit.
it ain't Aruba, but you know,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I do a little something sometimes. A little something sometimes. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited
I'm
about that one.
excited for you.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fucking fun this weekend though, man. Last I wanted to keep this pod light for that reason. I ain't want to feel like getting none too heavy. But so Saudi, what's your thoughts on getting locked in the church? Like
First of all, I don't believe like okay, so I'm not gonna say I don't believe in tithing, but I
Mhm,
feel like with those mega church, most times the tithes and the offering does not trickle back to the community or the congregation.
mhm.
So locking me in a church went well.
Yeah, that's the part I was like, yo, how the fuck did he like?
It's the audacity. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
But
bro.
he got the
Like,
money. So
damn,
Hey,
bro.
look, don't in no mega churches like that, don't they want to see your like tax returns and all that to make sure you paying the
Yes,
type of tithes that you're
nah, facts, bro.
supposed to?
And what makes it fucked up, Water, you and I both know, my nigga, nobody's ever tithed money in the Bible ever. It was
Never.
never money ever.
wasn't it like food and like
Food
supplies
to the
and stuff?
storehouse.
Yeah.
Food
They,
from the
they say
house. It was
in when
always your
you
extra.
about to get the tithes, like they say the whole little spiel of what you know what I'm saying. Uh, I forgot what it is. I don't want to mess it up, but I know it's something about bringing food to the storehouse so it could be food in my house or something like that. You know what
But
I'm saying?
I'm not gonna find it.
But that's what I'm saying. So if that was the old values as to where the resources were supposed to be going back to the community with those mega churches, and a lot of times they don't. Like, it
Mhm.
goes to the pastor or well, who
Yeah.
knows where it goes to, but it don't go to the
Where
people.
Ivan at this time like this?
No, real
Right, right,
where
right.
is he at? Somebody sent out a back call because he needs to tell it. We need some answers.
I think it might be numbers. I'm not sure though. I'm trying to find an actual verse that talks about tithing. So let him
Yeah, man,
bring you all your
that's
stuff.
crazy
There you go.
though.
It's
It's just,
Malachi.
and then, and
Malachi
look, when you
3:10.
speak, when you see people speaking to like the pastors, like the Creflo Dollars or the TD Jakes or the what's the other dude name? Peter Popoffs and all of them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like they always like I don't know, like they pray, they do like feel good preaching and like you know what I'm saying, like
Mhm.
what is called like it's called something though
Oh
like
yeah,
when
yeah,
they
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
use
what you're
money
saying. I
like they
just don't
like
know the
like
Abundance,
like
abundance pastoring. It's like abundance. I think it's called abundance preaching or some shit like that.
yeah, it's something like that, but like they don't, I don't know, man, that shit kind of weird, but
no,
it's
I
all
but
don't know
about
either.
that bread though. But then I know people personally that have been in the churches and was preachers and that was you know what I'm saying in different organizations, you know what I'm saying, like not saying a person can't change, but they weren't no real preachers, let's just say that, you know what I'm saying.
well, do people change?
Oh,
People
yeah,
change.
yeah, people change, but he didn't.
I'm
Hell
He
no,
wasn't one of
bro
them.
was still on bullshit.
oh
Yeah,
that
bro was on bullshit. And like he was a preacher though. He had real, you know what I'm saying, a congregation. Like he just
but that
had
was
his
I'm sorry.
bed.
No, I'm about to say that was like one of the main reasons why like I felt like not I was forced out, but I decided to leave the church. Just because I felt like it was just too much hypocritical shit going on.
In what way?
Um, is that mine? Feedback?
I don't know. Keep
Um,
talking.
just by like, I think it is. Just by like, it was just really judgmental. Like, I had a teen pregnancy, so I was 18 when I got pregnant. And this was back in North Carolina in the country, and Mary Hill. And it was just like once I got pregnant, it's like I felt like they shunned me. Like I remember, like for
Right.
graduation, where they was like acknowledging all the other graduates. I ain't get no acknowledgement.
Damn. At
Yeah,
all?
at all. So
Huh.
it's just like it was just real, like So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really mess with the church folks, but I love the church. But I don't
I
mess
mean,
with.
I can see how that can be like disheartening because, like you said, it's like, what the fuck are we really doing here? You know what I mean? Like, if we on some shit to where it's like, yo, y'all supposed to be upstanding and helping us through this shit, and that ain't what the hell's going on. Like, that can
Yeah.
definitely be a problem. So I definitely feel it. CJ, what's up, brother?
Hey, Strata,
Hey
what you would have done
CJ.
if Marvin Sapp would have told him to lock the church he was in there?
Oh shit, it got dark, dog. Where
How y'all
everybody
doing?
at?
How y'all doing?
We
BJ.
chilling, Brody. Talking about
My audio
Marvin
good?
Sapp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Saudi? What up?
Hey.
Never should have paid it, man. Never should have
Never
fucking
should
paid
have
it.
paid it. I'm fucking
This nigga
hollering.
is tripping, bro. It's the moment that nigga would have said, "Ushers, lock them doors." I'd have did my old school shit. I'd have put my little motherfucking finger up and been walking my ass to the door. Like, bitch, this gonna go one of two ways. Either you're gonna let me out before, or again, you can go meet the Lord and tell him why I'm not tithing. Because none of this shit is going the way you think at all, big dog. Like, respectfully, no. I don't know, dog. Like, that shit like that bothers me because I think that sometimes we are even ignorant to what the fuck, the word is. And so, you can really easily get guilted into doing some shit that ain't even real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so here we got Deuteronomy 14:22 through 29. It says, be sure to set aside a tenth of all that your fields produce each year. Eat the tithe of your grain, new wine, and olive oil, and the firstborn of your herds and flocks in the presence of the Lord your God at the place he would choose as a dwelling for his name, so that you may learn to revere the Lord your God always. But if that place is too distant, and you have been blessed by the Lord your God and cannot carry your tithe, because the place where your Lord will choose to put his name is so far away, then exchange your tithe for silver and take the silver with you and go to the place of the Lord your God will choose. Use the silver to buy whatever you like: cattle, sheep, wine, or other fermented drink, or anything you wish. Then you and your household shall eat here in the presence of the Lord your God and rejoice. And do not neglect the Levites living in your towns, for they have no allotment or inheritance of their own. At the end of every 3 years, bring all the tithes of that year's produce and store it in your towns, so that the Levites who have no allotment or inheritance of their own, and the foreigners, the fatherless, and the widows who live in your towns may come and eat and be satisfied, so that the Lord your God may bless you in all the works of your hands. What the fuck about any of that says $20 and lock them doors? This nigga turned in and leaned on me, bro, and I
The
don't like
people,
it.
the people would say, because I asked that when I was younger. I remember vividly like asking that, like, "Yo, I thought, you know what I'm saying, say this about the food and all that." They was like, people
Hmm.
don't do that no more. People now is that's how they traded and that's how they bartered and you know what I'm saying with the food and the cattle and back and forth. So that was like they form of money or whatever, right? But
Hmm.
then I was like, at the time, I was like, okay, all right, I can see how it can exchange nowadays as money or whatever. But they had money back then though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
They had
Facts.
bread. Like, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So you know what I'm saying? You can't, I don't know. Like,
And think about it, the whole idea of tithing, if you kind of go through Deuteronomy even closer, it talks about how, hey, this is a time of celebration. We do this shit like, almost every 3 years. But even when we doing it, we taking what we got left over and we're putting that together, meaning the tithing being food, resources, and all that. We putting that together to give to those that don't have. But that's the
right,
point of it.
right.
You give your excess to those that have less than. All this money going back to the building fund makes no fucking sense to me, and it never has, bro.
We might have to damn, because
You
I
know
don't
what people need to
understand how
start
it went to
doing?
the church to
People
build
that's
up the
got like
church.
food stamps and shit,
Mm-hmm.
when they be having all that excess cereal, the cornflakes and Rice Krispie treats, they need to walk up to that podium and put that shit right beside that damn bucket.
No, God, bro.
Oh, they gonna call you out.
No, for
They can do
real.
whatever the fuck they want. The moment they
Right.
call me out, I'm gonna call out the Bible.
No, that part, bro. Because literally, that is the way it's supposed to. That's the way it was always set up to be, bro. I think that's
If
the
I
part
walk
that
up
makes
there with a
fucking weird.
basket full of canned food, don't say nothing to me.
So I don't
That
want to hear that shit, bro. But that was always the plan, though. I think that's what makes it so kind of weird. Is that like when you know better, of course you're responsible for doing better. I just don't understand how those that know these words to be true, why they're not living by what they know to be true. Like that's kind of weird to me. Because I could see the people just like, following in blind faith, like, I'm gonna just kind of do it. This is what Pastor said, this is what Pastor said. Y'all know how these, you know, parishioners go. But for the pastors that leverage that shit, take advantage, that shit's nasty work to me, bro.
But
Respectfully.
that's what it say. Like it be the pastors and stuff that make the chains or the yokes on the people neck so heavy that they can't even, you know what I'm saying, see heaven because they feel like they such in bondage and you know what I'm saying because of what they put on them. Like you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like so that
That's a
I don't
fact.
know. That been a thing.
Yeah. It's just discouraging, bro. Because like you said, I think
Definitely
that
is.
for people that, wanted to maybe get closer to God or was looking for a way or a reason to, like, those same people will use this as a reason to be like, see, that's why I don't fuck with churches.
Right.
All because Marvin Sapp want to be greedy and lock niggas in. Like, come on, dog. You know what I'm
And and,
saying? Like,
and then
I
you
don't
got
think
those
that's
people.
cool either.
Oh yeah, parcel.
You good.
No, I was saying then you got those people too that probably on the fence, like you know what I'm saying, just try to, you know what I'm saying, and then they'll see something like that because it's going viral now. But like, see,
Facts.
yeah, and same thing what you said. So that's even that make the demographic even bigger. You got people that's in the church and people, and then people that see it that's not in the church, like see that, and then so that's the even a bigger demographic of people that just like you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And then Marvin Sapp is a very well known person with the music shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Mhm.
know never would have made it. It got even got remixed down, like, you know what I'm saying, to hood
Mhm.
song. Like,
Type
so
shit.
it's
And so,
crazy, man. Like, I don't know, man. That's wild though. That's
that shit
wild.
is wicked. I do got a video of him actually, when he did the action. We can watch this and kind of give more context to it, but let's do it. This
The
nigga.
cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get one soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
What's wrong with this nigga, bro?
Take your phone and swipe your phone on the bucket is wild. That
Bro,
work for real.
this nigga is different,
But
bro.
it was the little aggressiveness behind. Close them doors.
Come
Yeah.
close them doors. That nigga said close them doors. Not close them. Not close them doors. I said, this nigga's tripping. Like, I don't know. I think that what's fucked up is the Freudian slip is what caught me, bro. Like, in one breath, you're telling us how $20 went so far with you and your ex, your wife that's deceased, God bless the dead. But then in the next breath, you're telling us how it don't stretch that far anymore, which lets you know that the value of the money has even changed from what you remember it to be to where you know it don't go as far as it does. You know your congregation might be struggling, so why in the fuck are you making it mandatory and shaming people for tithing? Like, my nigga, if it would have just been in the back, like, hey y'all, we really got this $40,000 goal, we trying to reach this, woo woo. That's something that you want to try to get the people excited for and locked in to do before service even starts. If you knew that's what the fuck you was planning to do.
Right.
But shaming people into getting tithing is fucking retarded, bro. Like, I'm sorry, that shit is slow, and I don't like that shit. Like, I don't know, bro. I just think that there are better ways he could have handled it. But I think that, to me, that was the most discouraging part. Was it ain't had to be all that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He probably thought he was doing some real shit. Like, I'm gonna show you how to make a move, Pastor.
Yeah, that nigga different, bro.
Did he
All
But
I
catch a
know
charge?
is
Did he catch a
a
charge for
pastor
that?
and a car salesman is virtually the same to me.
that is a fact. In that scenario,
Because when you see like the little clips that they showed on social media, it sounded like horrendous, right?
mm-hmm.
And then you watch this full like whole thing here, and he tells me, close the doors, close the doors. Like, we all leaving at the same time. They ain't going nowhere but the restaurant. They started laughing. The crowd started laughing.
Bro.
So it was like, it sounded horrendous, but for the crowd to laugh about the little inside jokes he was like kind of throwing in there,
Mm-hmm.
it was like this shit kind of just went out the window. What up?
Type shit,
So
bro.
the fact that you can make such a crazy statement and then curb it like that, to where it was like it was nothing. That's
And then the
crazy work.
pastors was pulling out they hundred. They
Yeah.
broke the
In the
billfolds
back.
out.
I ain't gonna lie, if y'all look real close, there was a dude with a hot top fade. He had that, what the fuck is he talking about face? Like, fuck he just say? So I don't think everybody was with the shits, but I just think that, again, like, removing the option of no, that is a powerful sales tactic. And it's almost like you can frame scenarios to where I don't even really give you an option whether you know it or not. You just don't realize that no has been removed off the table. So you don't think it's an option. And again, you're in a place of trust. So if he says close the doors, that's me literally taking away no from you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I didn't ask you whether you had it. I told you if you're here, you're gonna give 20. Everybody behind me gonna get more than 100. But and again, bring it to the front so I can see you doing it. That's another way to shame people, but it's also a way of taking out no. And he knew that in his mind, there might be people that try to front, drop a 5 in there, just one bill, because 20 can be a bill. So in his mind, and again, like, I think that growing up in the church, like, my mom's made sure we always had money to put in, but that is some embarrassing shit when you can tell people just ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a fucked up feeling, dog. Like, I ain't. Bino, what's up, Brody?
What's good, y'all?
Golden,
All
golden.
right.
Did he get it?
I think he hit the goal. I think he got him a
Yeah,
charge
he hit
too,
the
but
goal same day.
That's crazy.
he got a charge too, though. So then there's that.
That's the crazy part. He did that. It sounded crazy, but guess what? He hit the goal.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck, that's
Hit the
nasty
goal.
work.
You knew he was gonna
That's
hit
a
the
great car
goal. Shit,
salesman
like
right
you
there.
said. Shit, that shit was a set. Like, you felt guilty. You felt obligated. Marvin
Yeah.
Sapp was telling you to do this, and he
Never
locked the
would have made
doors
it.
on us.
Right.
Felt like you had to do it.
Hmm.
Damn, that's nasty work, bro.
Hmm.
That is disgusting, bro.
That's how he got righteous church members. I guess you could say. Like not righteous, but faithful,
Yeah.
like dedicated church members type thing.
And the Mega Million churches got to be. They need to see your tax return, Bino.
Yeah.
Nigga. Boy.
And
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would
dying
have
because
crashed out.
that wasn't
I was
I
telling
ain't
bro.
gonna bullshit you. I would have crashed out.
a lot of churches in my day. It wasn't went like that. So
No, it wouldn't have. Nigga be like, hold
I know
on,
me.
Pastor.
I would have crashed out. Imagine if like I ain't go to church that day, right? And my daughter, like a teen, she go. Then I get a text, Daddy, Martha Sapp locked the church. I can't get out. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go up to that church on the outside, knock on it, and then like they get that bullshit excuse for why they can't open the doors right now. We in prayer. We doing tithes and offering. All right, cool. I'm gonna tell that man either you gonna open up this door, I'm gonna open up my glove compartment. I don't care. Hey, I'll crash
Keep
out
in
of
the
the church.
doorway vendor
No.
4-4.
Hey, CJ, you can't tell Venus your son?
If she's one of those people that's in the signs, I want her to give 3 guesses, and I don't think she's gonna get them right.
Hey, Venus, give us
Just
3
type in 3
guesses.
guesses, Venus.
3 guesses. Put them in the chat, Venus. Give us your 3
Yeah,
guesses.
3 guesses. She said, "I'm what? What was it?
She ain't
Some
said
I
nothing
saw
yet.
violence at the end.
Yeah, she's like, you always ready for violence. That's why she want to know your zodiac sign.
It's not about. I'm not being violent because it's Tuesday. I'm more prone to being violent in terms of protection. That's why the scenario was my daughter being locked in there, and I'm on the outside.
And it's
I
Monday.
don't care about
That's it.
y'all giving tithes and offerings.
Uh-oh. She got 3. Leo,
Yeah.
Scorpio, Cancer.
Yeah, one of those is right.
He said one of those is right.
Yeah, one of those is right.
Yeah. I think
I already
Venus.
know a lady like Venus. I know she knows them zodiacs down by heart. So that's probably why she in her 3 guesses she was able to get it right.
That is kind of lit. Now you got to tell her because you told her ask 3. Which
Nah,
one
it's
is it?
Scorpio.
Yeah, I was going to say it. But yeah, he's a Scorpio. That makes sense. But like you said, bro, I don't know, man. I think that shit was just disheartening to see because it didn't even have to be all of that. Like there was a way more tactful way he could have still got to his $40,000 goal. And I think that giving and tithing, it's kind of contagious,
Wait,
right?
he needed 40 bands for?
It to actually pay for the building they were in.
They had an event going on. It wasn't just like a regular church thing.
Yep. And he was trying to, like I said, I told you, Bino, nigga ran that shit like a goddamn club promoter. Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna pay for my deposit for the club on the front end. And stupid club promoters get everybody in the building, say a rapper gonna come, and then they pay the building off on the back end on some club shit. Like that, bro, that nigga really just handled that shit like niggas do Thirsty Thursdays, bro. That shit nasty work.
Dang.
Oh
$20
shit.
door fee.
Nah,
I'm
for
a
real,
saint.
bro.
I'm a saint. I'm a saint. I am a saint
Oh shit.
all day.
And not
Venus
that
cutting up
freaky.
in the chat.
I'm a
That
saint.
is funny.
Hey, Bino.
Who that?
It's Sadia.
Oh, shit, Saudi. What's up, Saudi? I'm like, I ain't even see him. I thought new voice on this motherfucker.
It did sound different. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I paused. I said, hold on. We got somebody else up here? It sounded weird. I don't know if that was her mic or what. It definitely didn't sound like her when she called you out.
That's funny. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to one of the rawest channels on YouTube. Pause where and if necessary, share it. Tell your friend and tell somebody else to come pull up. Fuck with us, man. We're gonna get to our next topic, bro. This one was a little weird to me, only because like I've never known LeBron James to be anything other than PC most of the time. So if he do shit like this, get out his body, it just hit my ear weird a little bit. But him and Steven, they've been going back and forth for a while, man. I kind of got a whole little timeline run. I was gonna try to explain it to y'all like where it started and shit. What I did was I found a clip online, or I found an article online that kind of gave a timestamp of how we got to the videos I'm gonna show y'all. These videos are fucking hilarious. I ain't never known LeBron to be this petty, but I'm here for the bullshit. So this is what happened. March 6th of this year, LeBron James confronted Stephen A. at Crypto Arena. Then the next day, Stephen A. Smith addressed James, confronting him on First Take. The same day, Stephen Smith shared his side of the story on his show. Then, 4 days later, Stephen A. Smith called James approach weak and bullshit on somebody else's Gilbert Arenas podcast. Then the day after that, Stephen A. Smith discussed an incident on Fox News with Sean Hannity. LeBron clapped back on the 26th. He shared his side of the story on the Pat McAfee show. And then that same day, Stephen A. Smith addressed him again on his own show. And then Smith opened up the next day talking about the same thing. So this is you yell at me. I give my account of you yelling at me. Then I'm going to tell somebody else that you yelled at me. Talk about how you yelling at me at some bullshit. And then James got petty. LeBron James got petty. And they've been going back and forth.
Mm.
Now, the reason why they were yelling, now this is where it gets interesting. So what started this entire back and forth was LeBron James' son, Bronny James, entering the NBA. Now, at the time, Stephen A. Smith, as well as other commentators, they were under the impression that LeBron James' son wasn't ready to be in the league. He wasn't league ready yet, let alone to be playing on the same team with LeBron. What do y'all think about that part of it? Like, do you think that it's a fair assessment, or do y'all think that LeBron earned the right to demand that his son play with him?
I mean, if you're gonna put it
No.
like that. Oh, go ahead, Sarge.
Oh, because I don't know basketball, but isn't that the same thing that happened with the nigga from what is it? Not Cucamonga. The one who told them to make sure his brother play.
Giannis?
Giannis
Yeah, Giannis.
Antetokounmpo? Yeah. She said Cucamonga. That is funny as shit, bro.
That's funny.
But what ain't that the same thing though?
Well, kind of. The difference is, that's a good point, Saudi. The difference is that both Giannis and his little brother, they're both dead nice. And I don't think that Giannis had the pull of let's say LeBron to even get his brother to leave. His brother was trash. You feel me?
Okay.
It was almost like they tried to market it like, hey, he has a brother that's just as good as him, but his brother still had to go through the ropes, and they didn't even end up on the same team. You know what I'm saying? Like, his brother kind of had to get drafted on his own accord. So that is a striking difference. So it's not like Giannis was able to say, hey, I'm on the Bucks. My brother nice too, and the Bucks need to, draft this nigga. That ain't how it happened. You feel me?
Okay.
So that would be a stark difference. But like you said, we have seen family members kind of, try this. But this is the first time we have ever seen a son and father duo. So based on what we're saying, I think, Woody, you was about to say something. Do you think that Stevens' critique was fair, or do you think that LeBron has earned the right to play with his son?
I mean, I think both of those things are true.
Okay.
I think Stephen A is right, and I think LeBron has definitely earned the right to play with his son. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think Bronny was ready. I think the G League is helping him though. Like, I be, you know what I'm saying, watching him, like, he be going crazy in the G League, but I don't think he was ready to play as a Laker.
Me neither.
He ain't starting though, so maybe as like coming off the bench, like maybe.
I don't know that nigga. He hung like 30 or 40 on somebody recently though, bro.
Yeah. He did do that one time, like
He just dropped 50. Like you say, in the G League though, he just dropped 52 the other night. Last night, I think.
But is he in the G League or is he in the NBA? Like,
no, he in the G League.
G League still.
So
but he's on
what's like all the hype about that? Like,
because he didn't start there. So originally the Lakers used a draft. I think the problem with Stephen A was that the Lakers had used a draft pick to even get him at first. So Steven was like, y'all kind of wasted a draft pick on bro because you knew he wasn't ready. Y'all could have literally drafted him on the expansion Lakers team, built them up, and then literally had him kind of walk on. But they used a draft pick to bring him on. So that's that. Lauren, what's up, love? Jalen was good with you.
Definitely wouldn't have did that.
So again, we're gonna kind of get into the actual clip where LeBron confronted him. And like I said, so LeBron's whole energy, long, we're not gonna stay on sports for too long. Bear through it, you'll be all right. You ain't got nothing else to do. We love you too, Lauren.
But he walked in on the sports talk.
Yeah, walked in right on it. Like, we just talk about Marvin Sapp, but she'll have to catch up. But here's what's
Yeah,
interesting.
we got other topics that ain't sports related. Just
That's a
eat some
fact.
popcorn or some shit.
This is the only one for now. This is the thing, bro. LeBron, when he approached him, it really wasn't. He kind of approached him with the father energy, right? And Stephen A's response was kind of like, "Boy, if he'd have done something, I'd have swung on his ass." So that's kind of where we at when y'all see how this altercation went back and forth.
To me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. Now let me tell you what I feel. I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he flourishes into an NBA star. Usually in other sports, we see all stars, and on occasion, we'll see their children become stars as well. That doesn't really happen with the NBA. I sincerely hope he's the exception. By all accounts, he's a wonderful kid. And I don't know anybody who roots against him, and it certainly isn't me. But in the same breath, at the time that we were talking about him, he was percolating to such a degree that the Bronny James stories had gone viral. And so we had to talk about it. And when I said the things that I said, I was talking about the position that he was put in by his dad. Because LeBron James has been on the record, and he has said, and I'll read the quote here. There was a quote that he gave in February of 2024. The work and results will ultimately do talking, no matter what the size. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what mock drafts say. He just works, earned, not given, etc., etc. But he also had said that his son could play on the Lakers right now, and he was better than half the dudes in the NBA. In the aftermath of all of that, he instructed everybody before the draft that y'all want me, draft Bronny. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I'll do whatever it takes.
All right. So that's
And
Stephen A's
see,
side.
and this is why when this argument comes up, I keep telling motherfuckers, Steven did nothing wrong. Because if you watch the original thing, when I watched it when it like originally happened,
right?
My thought process wasn't no, he disrespected Bronny. He wasn't. It was like he was literally talking to LeBron through the fucking camera.
Mm-hmm.
And everything he said wasn't wrong. The nigga got thrown straight into the Lakers. It was trash. But we're talking about him in the Lakers. Like he wasn't ready for that. Now in G League, right now, he the best fucking thing smoking.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
But when he did those games, and when he did those games with the Lakers, he shot 20 fucking shots in one game. Made one.
Yeah, bro. It was
a layup.
It was bad, bro. It's almost like you could tell he didn't have his professional legs underneath him yet. And so it was kind of hard to watch how bad he struggled because it's like, that pressure was put on when it didn't have to be.
Exactly.
I was always under the impression, if I'm being honest, bro, I think the baby boy is really the hooper. And I think
on God, the younger brother who's taller and has a nasty ass 3-point.
Like that nigga's
give
nasty.
That boy 2-3 more years. He will outdo Bronny.
And see, in my mind, this is what makes sense to me. I was like, well, Bronny had the heart issue too. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, bet. What will make sense is if you make Bronny like Rich Paul, because he knows the league and his daddy got clout. So it's like, yo, make him an agent to broker his brother when his brother's nice. You see what you're saying? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he's at less risk. Even if let's say Bronny goes on to be fucking great. We don't know the extent of his heart condition. So it's like, bro, that would have been the perfect play to set it up so that everybody wins. But I get it, playing with your son is huge. So I can't take away from that fact. But it's almost like don't piss on us and tell us it's raining either, because that's kind of goofy. And as a Laker fan, I kind of felt the same way that Stephen A expressed. It was like we kind of wasted a pick, respectfully. I'm not saying Bronny ain't gonna be the future, but for now, that shit really didn't help.
And his statement was, it was proven wrong by your own son. He's right. Getting up to play for the Lakers now. I played 3 games with that boy.
Type shit.
He was horrible.
It's enough for you to say, hey, I played with my son, so I get it. Maybe sentimental reasons.
Right.
But
Yeah, I kept passing that motherfucker the ball only for him to miss shit and have somebody to keep recovering. Come on now.
Now here's was LeBron retort to Stephen A. when he went on the McAfee show.
No, he literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, we're viral. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, it's, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance.
Like,
but you're right.
Dude, like relax, bro. Like relax. Like.
What was y'all thoughts to the response?
The tidy whities is crazy.
Yeah. That shit was petty to me, bro. Like, I could have did without that LeBron interview and been fine. I know he's not perfect, right? So I'm not even saying that, but that came off kind of goofy to me. Maybe I'm tripping.
LeBron had I never seen LeBron in that kind of light. I guess everybody got their size or whatever. So, but like you said, to me that don't suit him.
Right.
Like that, yeah.
Because like you said, it's almost like even when he was trying to be personable, it still sounded coached. Am I saying that right?
Probably where he got a lot of brands to protect, boy.
Yeah, so it's almost like I wouldn't even have risked nothing to even address that goofy shit. Like, you yelling at him was enough of a visual for people like, okay, well, LeBron was upset about that. But I wouldn't have talked about it ever again because it's almost like, I guess also, too, I don't know what he meant by Stephen A. made it personal. Because when I first heard it, it didn't sound personal to me at all. So that's why I was kind of confused. Like, what is he talking about? It was personal. Maybe him giving his opinion was strong, but I never took it as him saying,
You talking about Stephen A?
Yeah, I'm talking about Stephen A. Yeah, it didn't strike me as personal, bro.
Oh, it's
not
personal
even
as fuck.
But originally.
No, in that original thing, it's to me it's personal because if you've been watching Stephen A enough, you know damn well if LeBron's name get come up, they always try to compare him to other basketball players. And usually, if Stephen A ain't speaking on it, people will try to do comparisons all day long. Yeah. If Stephen A gets involved, he is going to break down a calculator on who is technically better than LeBron in whatever category because he don't like LeBron. He's been criticizing negatively for LeBron since high school. You can literally go all the way back to find that. So he's never been a fan. And then when LeBron got compared to Kobe, Stephen A gonna shut it down. In any argument that involves Michael Jordan, Stephen A is a stand for MJ. And he's going to shut it down every single time. So he's never been a LeBron guy. And it's just LeBron has never, ever addressed it for fucking 20 years. So it's like the one time he finally addresses it, it's not about him. It's technically his son. So that's why when he responded, he didn't respond like, oh, I'm responding because I'm LeBron James, the basketball player. No, he was responding like a father. That's how he responded to that whole shit. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't all these years, decades of Stephen A talking stupid shit about LeBron. When LeBron ever respond to that man?
I think what makes it weird though, like I think what makes it weird is I agree that MJ is the GOAT. I think what makes the whole shit weird, bro, is because it's almost like Stephen A didn't do anything no different than my boy Skip. Skip was just as horrendous on LeBron. Like we all know that talking about LeBron was good for ratings. Like we're not gonna act like that ain't what the fuck going on, right? But I just think that he just, how can I say it, bro? It's like there were better chances for him to prove the point that this nigga don't like me personally. I just think that when he chose to finally respond, you're responding to something that didn't happen in that moment, which makes it look weird to me.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Because Stephen A, his critique was on Bronny's ability to be at the NBA level based off something LeBron himself said. So it's almost like I'm disagreeing with your opinion on your son's skill set. Like I don't think he's ready. So to me, I don't know if I agree with you though, CJ. I do know that Stephen A makes it a point to hate on the Cowboys. He thinks that them is miserable funny. But I think that more when it comes to LeBron, like with a lot of commentators, it's almost like they lean on the fact of comparing him to Jordan more so than they say he sucks.
Mm.
In my
Can't say
opinion.
that. Ain't no way they can say that.
Exactly. Like you can't say it. The nigga's too fucking like he's good. He's a freak of an athlete. I think that if we being honest, Skip Bayless has said way more egregious shit about LeBron than Stephen A has. I think Stephen A was kind of more
He might have said stuff that was more egregious because Skip is he just downright shit talks at times.
Yep.
While Stephen A, he's bigger on talking about numbers and stats and shit. He's like a Mr. Fantastic, but with sports. So that's the only reason why it's different. But when you talking about the quantity of times, Stephen A wins that hands down of how many times he's talked down on LeBron, like for decades. Ain't a person on these sports platforms that has talked down on LeBron more than Stephen A. And he does it in a way where it always seems like he personally just don't like this man.
I don't know.
He just don't like him.
Maybe it's because I've watched Skip Bayless go back and forth with Shannon Sharp when they was doing the show together. Like every day, these niggas would talk about LeBron and the motherfucking Cowboys. I don't care what season it is, who the fuck is going on. They're gonna find a way to throw them two niggas into the convo, whether you want to hit a shit or not. JC, what up with it? And I think that's the part that made it bad, bro. Like it's like you can't like, bro. Greatness comes with that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I think that to get this far in your career to finally say something, I get it. It's your son.
Yeah, but I say that's the only reason why he said something.
Yeah, but I do think
it's because it was the son.
He won't realistic in how he was touting his son on us. I think that that's natural to disagree. Like, bro, I understand it's your kid, but bro, to say that he could be a Laker right now, he better than half the league, that's kind of
was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm saying I wonder what exactly he said. Like, did he like don't talk about my son? Did he like I mean he can't tell him that, he just said he wanted to tell him that. So like what did he say to him then? Like
it had to be something, you bitch ass nigga say my motherfucking son name again, but like
it was one of those like
that's
keep my
what
son
I'm
out your
saying.
motherfucking
How can
mouth.
you say that and then say, nah, I would never tell you like not to speak about the athletes and woo woo. Like that's kind of crazy. Like 'cause I can't see no way that you can say those two things together. You feel me?
You can because he's not responding as a basketball player. He's responding as a father. That's why I keep saying, like when he says, "Oh, you can talk about my boys, my players," and it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, Steven talks stats. He's not like a Skip. He's not just talking shit. He's talking stats. Yeah. But when it comes to his son, he didn't give a fuck. It's his son. That's the reason why he responded.
But I'm saying he on his team. I mean, it's still a player though. It's still the way he just put it in the little thing. Like I would never tell a person that's a commentator and that's your job to talk about the performance of a basketball player, not to talk. So how can you tell them not to talk about Bronny then? If like what did you say to him
solely because it was his son?
Fit? What I'm saying is, if that's how you feel, right? What did you say to him that would make it fit? Like, okay, you didn't talk about that, but you said this. but it don't got nothing to do with not. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see no way that you can formulate that shit.
Yeah, it doesn't reconcile at all to me. Like you said, outside of what CJ said, that's just my son. But it's almost
That's
like,
why I think that's the only reason why he responded, because his son.
yeah, but
That's
it's
the only
almost
reason.
But
like
it's still though that I mean,
he's a basketball player in the NBA playing with. It's like,
Hey man,
yeah,
Hey man, all four of us up here got kids.
a little
At
bit.
the end of the day, we gonna respond different for our fucking kids, bro.
True.
Like I don't know where y'all going with this.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's his kid. That's my only excuse for why he responded that way. Because Stephen A. been talking shit to this man and other players for years. The only reason why he responded because the individual that he's talking about is his son. That's it. Outside of that, I don't think he really would have thought too much of it, which is another player, and he talked about the same exact things. But literally because it was his son, he don't want you to say shit. Whether it was good or bad, he didn't give a fuck. It was just don't talk about my motherfucking son.
So
I
you
just
saying
think
that Bronny might have been feeling the heat from Stephen A. and Bronny had to like check him in public so he can be like yeah, okay, my dad
no,
checked him and
No,
shit.
I don't think so.
no, man, it's LeBron James. That nigga is the lead. He can check a
Yeah.
motherfucker for popping shit when he want, how he feel like it, when he feel like it. What are we talking about right now?
That's why I said like the fact that
Girl, and
he's
you
never
earned
got
your
on that man.
power and you earned your ego and if you wish that nigga, I pick and choose when I want to fucking check a nigga for popping shit. And but the perfect
Exactly.
time is popping shit about my son.
Exactly. That's why I said he's never
Nobody
came at Stephen.
Control when I get to be in my bag. The most humblest man in the league. Upstanding says you can't control when I get to be in my bag. Nigga, I run this shit.
Big Bronny.
I don't know. I think that shit was weak sauce to me because it's like,
I mean,
nigga,
you could say it's that, but that's like Bino
no,
said,
I'm
this
gonna tell you
man,
what's
he's
weak. I'm gonna
never
tell you.
addressed it
Hold on.
nobody.
Let me tell you what I thought is weak about it, and maybe to give you clarity why I say it's weak. I don't think it's weak that he responded. I just think it's weak that you didn't do it to everybody that's had something to say about your son. Because like, bro, I could literally go on YouTube and find you clips of Stephen A. Like we saw, Skip Bayless, Keyshawn Johnson. I don't think he really had the best things to say about Bronny. Even Shannon Sharp that loves LeBron, he was kind of like, he might not be ready just yet. Like, bro, this like when he had made the announcement, it's like, bro, everybody wants supportive. I'll say that. And there were people that were literally like, yo, this nigga only scored 2 points. He's trash. Like, so I'm trying to like really tap into it. Like to Bino's point, you can respond when you want to, but in my mind, my nigga, just keep that energy consistent. That's it.
One, I ain't even hear what Stephen A. said, but I know for a fact without hearing, he ain't just say, "Oh, he not ready. Oh, he's trash." Stephen A. the most greasiest talking nigga, a sports commentator there is, and he the GOAT of the sports commentator. I ain't gonna check the memes. I get my point across if I check the GOAT of this commentating shit. I ain't checking them. I'm gonna check this nigga.
But I think Skip Bayless would have been a better scout to have on your
niggas don't care about Skip. Everybody knows Skip say wild shit, son.
No, he just say wild shit.
Skip, bro. Niggas care about Stephen A. when he pop his shit, man.
Okay. So in your mind, take out the biggest bully, and I'm gonna make an example out you type shit.
I'm just saying it's LeBron, bro, and like when you get to that level, it's like, hey man, he been doing what he want, and he can't not do what he want now, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great thing. First of all, bro, like Bronny's trash, right? For the NBA, for when he came in, right?
For right now, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Stephen A, man, I understand he got to do his job and all this good shit, bro. But I just feel like you can if you're gonna do that, mention how this is some historic shit this nigga did by even having the influence to have his son come play on his team. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga earned that right, the influence, just the whole how he do with the player association, everything LeBron has done on and off the court, put him in that position to be able to have his son on the team. That should be talked about more about Bron being trash. That's some historic Black history shit. First of all, Stephen A. a sucker ass dude sometimes. And especially, I'm gonna say he's a sucker because he love popping about the Cowboys. So I ain't even.
I was trying to say,
everything I say gonna be biased anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no LeBron, Wade Rider neither. But bro, the nigga, he is who he is, bro. It's just the GOAT, bro. On and off the court, bro. At this point, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Jordan just can't sit there forever, bro. LeBron and some. I ain't even gonna get into stats and the player on player shit and who the better player.
Well, what is he?
LeBron did
The
for
second billionaire.
Oh, he the GOAT. What he did for players, he the GOAT. Being able to have his influence, he the GOAT. Being able to have his son come on the most world famous basketball team, the GOAT.
That's your opinion, and I'm gonna allow you to get that off.
It's more of a fact than an opinion. And this is a nigga that ain't LeBron, bro. Like, I mean, I give him his credence, but I'm not like, oh, LeBron, here comes LeBron. I ain't one of them niggas, bro. But like, when you really walk down this nigga resume from high school all the way up into now, bro, like, to not be able to put that man there is because you stuck in the past, man.
But you know what's crazy though? This is the thing. Even with Stephen A, and I think that was always Stephen A and Skip's point when we talk about LeBron. Nobody saying that man's trash. It's just in their opinion, Jordan is 1, LeBron is 2. But it seems like in this time we living in, saying a nigga's number 2 is somehow disrespectful. Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna. That's why I say I ain't gonna even get like. I'm gonna look past.
Yeah, I ain't saying you be no, but like that's the part that bothers me.
Who the better player? Who got the better? I'm gonna look because that could be an argument all day. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the argument. But when you add on to him being even in the conversation of being a GOAT against Jordan, and you add on everything else he did, it puts him past Jordan. That's when you gotta start judging it by this point to kill the dumb ass. It's not a dumb argument. It's a good sports argument, but to kill the argument, bro. This man, the NBA, bro. Like, I don't know what he did behind the scenes. You know, we could get into conspiracies and Illuminati shit, but like from surface level, this man did so much, put so much work in the NBA that he was able to get his son on his team. He knew his son wasn't good enough to be on that team. Everybody know. You feel what I'm saying? But what he was doing was past that. He was doing something different. He was making history. And Stephen A, a cocksucking nigga for always talk about the negative, but don't ever want to big up the positives because he an old nigga. He one of them. Oh, he an old nigga now. He one of them old niggas I never want to be. Like, this nigga did great things, bro. Stephen A just an old ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? That never could see the light and shit. Cause he's stuck in the past. And he be popping shit when he say it. He a slick talking nigga.
I'll give you that. He's definitely a slick talker. I agree there. But like I said, I just think, like I said, that's my personal opinion. I think that LeBron is great for the sport. I think he was what is necessary. I think that when we start talking rings and competitor, I like my basketball players to be dogs. LeBron ain't a dog to me. Never has been. I think he's a great player, but he ain't got no dog in him. He's not a dog.
Yeah, I feel like Jordan's a better player. Don't get me wrong, but the arguments be valid. We can feel how we feel. You know what I'm saying? You got the other conversations, but what really ends the debate? Or just it could be a debate forever, fine. But to me, in my mind, what ends the debate where I gotta be like, fuck it. Look what this nigga done did, bro. This nigga done did everything he did is historic, from like the whole players thing, from the, you know what I'm saying, from when they goddamn did the strike. You feel what I'm saying? From goddamn him getting into the players thing and just what he did for other players, bro. Like, that's not on his team. You feel what I'm saying? Like, off the scenes, bro. Like, business-wise, marketing-wise, them niggas being able to get money and go to team how they want and take advantage of the league instead of the league taking advantage of him. That's LeBron. Yes, bro. That's LeBron.
But I would go so far. My retort to that would be Team Jordan existed for a reason.
No, I'm just saying, bro, at the end of the day, a lot of the old niggas didn't get paid what they was worth and left with a bunch of broken bones. So as far as the fan, I get you. I ain't even talking for the fan point of view. I'm not talking from the fan point of view. I'm talking from nigga taking advantage and being and making history of being the league, the head of pitting players in the best situation for themselves. Fuck the league, fuck the fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, from a fan point of view, I don't like it, right? Because I grew up in a different era. But just think about like how these corporations do these players, from football to basketball to everything. And you know, we pop shit about him hopping team to team and chasing the bread, but he said that's the reason why other players can get the money now. They getting everything out the NBA that they possibly can get. NFL right now, man, because they can't do the same.
I just think that I think Michael had to literally crawl so that LeBron can even run it all. Like I think that without these Jordan shoes, without Michael Jordan actually being a part of the slam dunk contest, without that iconic stretch, we don't even get the logo. We ain't got the jump man. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Jordan brand that it had to exist before LeBron could even be who LeBron is now. But I think that even the only reason why it comes up as much as it does, I think that LeBron too early in his career was forcing a comparison. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that was a time to where he was the one that put, I'm chasing Michael Jordan, I'm chasing Michael. So then when you say shit like that, commentators gonna be like, nigga, no, the fuck you ain't, respectfully. Like, and I think that rightfully so, you know what I'm saying? I think he was good enough. I just don't think that he should have been trying to make that argument for himself while still being an active player even now. I think it was just in poor taste. I think that every player that's ever came through, there's always been a level of humility. They don't talk about those that came before them. They're like, different era, but we don't. And again, they normally don't even take a part of the debate. You know what I'm saying? Just out of mere respect. Like, I respect, you know what I'm saying, who came before me, woo. Like, you couldn't get Michael Jordan to talk shit about Wilt Chamberlain or Oscar Robertson, even bring them niggas up. Like, that wasn't his job. We are in a different time, but I don't want to make this a sports show. But I understand. I get your point, Bino. That nigga, literally without LeBron, I don't know what the league would look like without this nigga and what he's did for the last, 20 years, damn near. Like, he has been in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I hate that we live in a time to where people want to be so black and white that being number two or having a different preference is looked at crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've gotten that fucked up in sports to where we can't say LeBron is great, Michael is great, Kobe is great without these three basketball look how I look. You feel me? Like, that ain't a good enough statement for people. That's what fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I
feel
get
you.
it.
But my
I
only
get it.
thing, my only thing about that whole thing is I do agree with you that Jordan had to, you know what I'm saying, come first. You know what I'm saying? He basically the sensei of the shit, right? But I mean, just like Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee was better than his sensei. You know what I'm saying? So it can come a time where you can learn what you learn and then put your own on it, and you become better than the person that was before you. Like, and it, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that that's what it is, but I'm just saying, like, in my opinion as well, LeBron, you know what I'm saying, is the GOAT, and it not just be in the basketball. And like Bino said, overall with everything he did, accomplishments, like just you know what I'm saying, just and basketball too added to it, like just what he done. Like, yeah, he don't have the championships Jordan had, but to me, like, I don't know, he just an all around better player. Like, he was when he was in high school, like they got footage where he was whooping Jordan in the gym when them boys played and shit. And they said it. And like the boys that was there, they got the the little podcast, they said it. When LeBron was in high school, Jordan, none of them boys could do nothing with him, bro. So I'm just saying.
Strider, don't be one of them guys, Strider.
I'm just saying, Strider, like you gotta look at the footage. Like look at what you know what I'm saying. Them boys, this shit out there.
I don't even know what's going on here.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
We
even
about
worry
to switch
about it,
it up.
Solid. It's cool. It's
Man,
cool.
go to the next topic. Strata about to
I let y'all have y'all thing. I was at a
You're
barber
doing
shop.
too much. You're doing too much.
Y'all wild.
We're gonna talk about Yellow Breezy. Strata doing too much.
Yeah, we
Cause
gotta
I
go
don't
to
know who the
Yellow
hell
Breezy.
that is.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. I don't know who he is really either, but I see the part when he was on the interstate and he got out the car. And I think that was like his demise. I don't know what was going on.
Oh
That
yeah.
was Mo.
So with Yellow Beezy, you talking about Mo 3. So a Yellow
Oh,
Beezy.
see, I don't even know who we talk about. This is
Oh,
crazy.
you cool. No, you cool, man. We don't get to it, man. So with Yellow Beezy, this is kind of a brief rundown of what happened with Yellow Beezy. He's a Dallas rapper. He had been arrested and charged with capital murder and the shooting death of a fellow rapper, Mo 3, on a busy interstate in 2020, according to court records. Yellow Beezy, 33, whose real name is Marcus Conway, was indicted by a Dallas County grand jury on Tuesday on a charge of capital murder while in remuneration. The indictment accuses Conway of hiring a man named Keywan White to murder Mo 3, whose real name is Melvin Noble. The indictment did not provide information on authorities. I'm sorry. The indictment did not provide information on why authorities believe Conway hired White to shoot Noble, who also lived in Dallas. So pretty much he got indicted for pretty much paying somebody to get Mo 3 assassinated. So, you know, the way it goes is both Texas rappers type shit. Think Mo 3 might have popped first, but Yellow Beezy dropped that That's On Me record, and he kind of had Texas turn. They were kind of cool, but I think that what happened from like hearing other people talk about it was kind of like Mo 3 didn't believe Yellow Beezy was who he said he was, type shit. You know what I'm saying? And so they started off being cool, but Mo 3 kept kind of throwing little jabs at his gangster type shit. And so, you know, it kind of went from there. I got some footage to break down a little bit more what's going
So
on.
that's what I was saying.
Right.
Try to like when I was looking at the video when Mo 3, he was on the interstate with I guess the dude that was trying to do the hit, and he stopped on the interstate and just got out the car, and like I guess try to go to like his trunk or like the other side of the car, and it was just like, damn, that shit really fucks you up, my God.
Oh yeah, he was running for his life literally. And
I'm
like you
saying,
said,
bro,
you know.
what was somebody with him? I thought Mo
Who?
3 got shot with little boots.
No. Mo 3
No,
by himself.
he got shot on the
He was
fucking.
by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They cornered him on the freeway and they was letting it go, and he jumped the fuck out the whip and was running up the freeway, and they walked him down literally, bro.
I seen that, but I thought
See, like I didn't even see that part, and I'm glad I didn't.
But see, Mo 3 was in a couple of different shootouts and shit like that. They say he was responsible for that Earl Spence shit. So I
Yeah,
don't know
if
if
you
y'all
listen to them
remember.
songs, boy, he damn near telling every damn thing for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Possible for Yellow Beezy got shot first.
Yeah, he did get shot first.
He hit Yellow Beezy first. Well, you know, on his side, allegedly his camp, you know, beat Yellow Beezy first. I remember Yellow Beezy got shot first before Mo passed away.
Yeah, that whole shit it's a little touch and go right now, but we're gonna get y'all perspective kind of on this. I know this is kind of street shit, but it has been going crazy. What's up, Saudi?
Do y'all think he gonna get off or what? Like,
no.
Hell nah, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, because that's what I'm about to say. I feel like he going. They about to get him.
Nah,
It
he in
depends
there.
on what the person said. Well, if he got indicted on it, then that motherfucker probably already talking and shit.
That's why I said it's not no. Oh, you're under arrest for the potential blah blah blah. No, this is an indictment, boy. You in there? You in there?
And I think
He
it's
ain't going
only
nowhere.
because the guy that did the shooting, from what I'm
At most, he could pull some bullshit and snitch it and get more people involved. Get whoever was the person that pulled the trigger to
But
get you
they
less
got-
time.
Yeah,
Boy,
they
you ain't
got
going nowhere.
correspondence. They literally have correspondence of them talking about the money and what it's for, what the dude that actually did the hit. So it's kind of like
what?
Yeah, the rights type shit. Yeah.
What,
And
like
then
like on the phone? Like what type of shit they got going on?
This is why I say it's so good to look at Investigation Discovery and look at them crime shows, because you would have knew. You don't do that. Like, you don't do that.
Yeah, you're right. Talking about successful crimes that you got away with and how to get payment to the people that did said crimes is probably not a smart thing to do with someone
Like,
that's
not
incarcerated.
smart at all.
So, you know, but
I
let's
will
keep it
always
real,
say
bro.
the best criminal is the one that gets away.
That's a fact, and that's the only criminal.
I never understood
that's what
the
I
guys
was
that do crime and
for
get
real.
caught, get locked up, and you want to brag about doing time in jail. To me, you stupid because you got caught.
Mm-hmm.
If you was gonna make the decision to do whatever you did, you should have thought heavy on it and found a way to get it done without getting caught, without anything getting traced back to you.
Yeah,
I do think the rap industry has been infiltrated by the CIA. I believe in that conspiracy, and that
I support that.
And that CIA and the rap industry for propaganda, and then a lot of the Truman Show type of shit.
No facts.
Yeah, it said Sexy Red was a CIA agent since 2018.
You said Vlad?
Sexy Red.
You said Sexy Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why she came out with all, like, you know, the stuff that
Sexy Red, I seen that yesterday. They said Sexy Red was been on the CIA since 2018. Now I seen a few little different
Well,
little
don't make me
things.
grab my phone and start Googling.
Well,
Right.
somebody Google and pull it up.
I don't just jump on conspiracy theories because they sound accurate.
I
But,
believe you 100%.
but this makes so much motherfucking, bro. This makes so much sense, bro. Like, cause half this shit be so dumb and it makes no sense. You feel? What I'm,
Yeah.
Like they clone Tyrone, man.
you feel what I'm saying?
No, that clone time wrong. Now that
That's what that. Ever since I seen that movie, that's all I've been seeing around.
that
Damn.
no, and that's
That's
some
the
real shit.
everything.
Like, unless you just in La La Land, if they clone Tyrone didn't wake you up, if you didn't see like the gems that they dropped in that is crazy. Like, that was a good movie. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Right.
I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm looking up the CIA shit. This is why I'm like, what the fuck? They do say there's no
You see what
evidence
I'm
to support
saying?
it.
I mean, what can you make heads and tails of it?
I mean, I mean, being a secretive CIA agent, it would be very hard to find tangible evidence to support that to be true or not to be true. So I
That's a
think that,
fact.
you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, because I was in the black tent when I was in special forces. If you don't know what that means, you ain't supposed to. But if you in the black tent, depending on what you did and how you did it during those 30, 60, 90 days on unemployments, there used to always be some dude in a clean but cheap looking suit that always came into the office or came in there and always asked for you and offered you a job to join CIA. But if you join the CIA with them, there's always like a envelope. And in the envelope that's got your name on it, don't just say CIA. It'd be like a S/CIA. Because if you join with them, you're with the CIA, but you're like a section of the CIA, the secret section, like whatever. I forgot what this is called something, but it's like a section of the CIA where you end up basically infiltrating certain people. You join certain groups. You go inside and pretend to be one of them and learn their shit. And it's always 6 to 7 figures to do these jobs.
damn.
And sometimes you be in this shit for 3-4 years and
Right.
pay stupid money to the point you're in it for so long that you have mentally blended yourself with this lifestyle to the point where it's time for you to leave the motherfucker. You don't want to leave because you're so used to it. And they got to reprogram your ass to get you out of there.
Yeah, nigga, 7 figures, boy. I'll infiltrate some shit.
I'm telling you, there was one battle buddy, Cressinger. He signed them shits and he was gone. I ain't see that man until 2022. He left us 2013. That man done. He looked buff. He used to be like a little white boy about 5'9", kind of on the heavy set side. Had like a lisp. He always shouts like this. I saw that man like 2022. That lisp is gone. He got his teeth done. He done bulked up. And he told me all the stories. I ain't gonna talk about them, but he told me all the shit. It's just like, what, you really was doing all that? He said, yeah, the day I left y'all, I did all that for all those years. All the money I made. I'm like, God damn.
I started saying,
But
well, listen,
that's a lot. That's a
CIA,
lifestyle, man. You can't have no family, no nothing when you do that shit.
CIA, if you're listening, you got 7 figures you trying to throw around. You heard me.
I am screaming.
I got the homies. They can run the pod. They gonna hold me down. They gonna hold me down type shit. So I'm just saying, holla at your boy type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hell nah.
Get to this paper. Y'all bullshitting.
It's only one way out.
No,
Type shit.
facts, Woldy. Like, I don't even want to participate.
Shitting me. 7 figures to just be some other shit and just watch niggas do shit. I'm cool. I'm like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's if it goes smooth and they
It
don't
will.
figure
Because
you
I'm
out.
always coming home. Fuck you talking about.
That's a bar.
Try to always come home. I ain't worried about that part. Shitting me.
They always tell you, there's he said, what's scarier than a man that's book smart?
What's that?
A man that's also street smart.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fact.
If you got both, he's scarier than the man that's one or the other.
That is a
You never want the guy that's got both. But the guy that got both, he can be in both environments and get away with whatever he's about to do because he knows both environments too good.
Go off, CJ. Go off.
Yeah, that's why they told us you never want the guy that's both. They want the guy that's both. CIA wants the guy that's both. They want the guy that goes out his way to do anything and everything to get the job done. But at the same time, he always gets the job done. So that's the part they like. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to meet that guy, but they want that guy. Yeah.
Right.
That's why I always like chuckle a little bit when people like brag about being in prison for years on end for making a crime. Just like, if you was smart, could have got that crime done and got away with it.
Yeah, like I said, I just count my blessings all the time, man. Because I think getting caught, like you said, I don't like people that praise it, but I understand it. Because with increased frequency, you're always gonna up the likelihood of making a mistake.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Is
Like,
that true?
you know, it's honestly just luck and timing. Why, if you was out in the streets doing anything, you know, you're not rotting in a prison. Like, it's literally timing and just little things that just happen to fall your way. So I call myself blessed and lucky, bro. I mean, you know, niggas are smart. Don't get it fucked up, but like, I've always counted myself lucky because one decision, one car moving a little later, you know, leaving the house a little earlier than before, a misstep here, it's like shit might not have went the way it went. You know what I mean? Like, so I just consider myself lucky. But I do get your point, CJ. I don't like when people do it and consider it a badge of honor. Or it's almost like they want praises for getting caught. But, you know, I kind of see it both ways. I don't like seeing my homies get locked up, but, you know, I just consider myself lucky and blessed. But let's get into the video for this Yellow Beezy thing and see what y'all think about this, or whether we can mine this out far enough.
And we have two breaking news stories tonight, starting with an update on a rapper gunned down on a highway 5 years ago. Dallas police now say Yella Beezy hired a hitman to kill his one-time friend turned rival, Mo 3. Cole Sullivan is live at the county jail. These are well-known rappers in the Dallas hip-hop scene.
Chris, Yella Beezy's top single, It Put It On Me, it peaked at 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now he's in the Dallas County Justice Complex behind me on a capital murder charge, accused of hiring a hitman to kill a fellow rapper. This all happened back in 2020. And just before noon, on the middle of Interstate 35, just south of the Dallas Zoo, Dallas police arrested a 22-year-old and charged him with murder. Initially, that 22-year-old's in federal prison, convicted of gun charges. But now, 5 years later, they say he was the trigger man. Police say Yella Beezy, whose top song That's On Me, hired that 22-year-old and promised him cash for killing Mo 3. A grand jury handed up an indictment this week and booked Marquise Conway tonight. The killing of Melvin Noble, known as Mo 3, led to an outpouring of grief from his fans. Dozens held a memorial outside Dallas City Hall that week. He once was friends with the man now accused of hiring someone to murder him. The killing has long been suspected to be the result of a rap feud. We reached out to Yella Beezy's legal team tonight and have not heard back. We're waiting to hear back on a bond amount for him as well. We'll bring you updates tomorrow on Daybreak. Chris.
What y'all think?
I think these motherfuckers don't give a fuck these days. These motherfuckers doing hits with their pants halfway down their ass, bro. Like this.
Talk about it.
Goddamn, had his pants on his knees, still doing hits. Like these motherfuckers.
These little niggas different, bro.
That was the first thing I saw. I said, boy, his ain't gonna be all fucked up with his pants sagging like that.
When the hell you get a bond for a capital murder charge?
That's a good question, bro.
You saying what?
When do you get a bond for a murder charge?
Texas.
Yeah. I was about to say probably just in Texas.
You get a bond.
He paid $750K.
Yeah, you get
I'm about to say they had that white dude. He went on a shooting spree in that school. They still had a bond for him in Texas.
I thought when you get a murder charge, you don't have no bond. They get
not. It depends on the state. That's why I said that white boy that did that school shooting still had a bond. He killed kids and still had a bond.
And I bet them people damn bonded him out too.
I don't know about that part, but it's the fact that one existed. Because
Now,
North Carolina would not.
No,
Right.
North Carolina, you ain't got to
Yo,
worry about
y'all
getting no
want to know
bond.
what?
You got a murder charge. You sitting for
Well, you
about
ain't
4
going nowhere.
years.
You know what's more diabolical? Like, you know how much the hit was for?
About
Said what?
25,000. Not even that.
40,000. The same amount Marvin Sapp just got niggas for, bro.
That's crazy work.
Let me find out Marvin Sapp was trying to down, or allegedly.
Trying to bail a nigga
Let me
out.
find it. Damn.
Tell me that shit ain't diabolical, bro. 40K.
That must
Look
be
at the
the going
universe going
number
back in
now.
circles.
Wicked, bro. Like, just let that marinate. 40K to get more.
Hey man, he might have some good music that Marvin Sapp like. Even Kurt Franklin admitted that he liked Kevin Gates music.
Yo, nigga Marvin Sapp setting up some other shit, bro. Oh, that's
40K.
wicked.
That's the going
40K.
price.
Going price, I guess.
They want 10%, so they can get 4,000 out on. Nigga, that's a cheap ass car out of somebody's yard.
Y'all one price for the poor man $40, so it makes sense for the people with money 40,000.
40K type
Right.
shit. That is fucking crazy. But yeah, I just thought that was a full circle moment. That shit kind of wicked. Next up, man, let's get.
Hold on. Say that again, Bino.
I ain't saying much. It's a joke.
I know, but I never heard it though, and I didn't get to process it. Can you just say it one more time, please?
I say, everybody always talk. The poor man always say $40. Everybody always talk about $40 for the poor man, so it makes sense for the rich man to do 40,000 for their going price for everything.
Oh yeah, okay, I see that. See, yeah, okay.
That's funny. Let's get to the heavier side of our topics for this evening. This Kanye West, and then we're gonna go straight to that big U shit.
There will be no Kanye West slander.
Yeah.
What the hell my boy done did now?
Look at Vito.
This nigga. Yeah. I don't even know if I can actually read all of this. I'm going to try without getting us flagged. So let's try this. During a conversation, he proactively claimed that his post about Jay-Z's kids makes the not SHIT seems less severe. As reported by TMZ, academics seemingly agreed with this statement, stating he believes this was the rapper's worst post. However, the producer challenges that notion, asking whether the tweet was really his worst effort or possibly one of his best or the strongest, lead to an uneasy conclusion in the dialogue. In a previous report by The Blast, Ye made headlines after posting controversial remarks about Jay-Z and Beyonce's children on social media, only to delete them shortly afterward. In his initial rant, he questioned whether anyone had ever seen the couple's younger kids, Rumi and Sir. He then proceeded to make offensive comments suggesting that having children with disabilities is a choice, as artificial insemination has provided a way out. He cited potential repercussions from X and conveyed his frustration over deleting the content. Additionally, the rapper insulted Jay-Z in a separate tweet, calling him derogatory names. He implied that the Roc Nation CEO had pressured him into retracting his earlier statements, included by declaring that his X account becomes a one-way conversation in situations like this, meaning his opinions are final. Ye also opened up about his feelings regarding his past experiences with Jay-Z and Beyonce. He expressed his love for Jay-Z but conveyed a sense of disappointment, stating that he felt often like an outsider in the music industry, longing for a sense of family. And that's all I will read for now. I'm gonna actually.
I mean, that last statement you did. He said he vented like that on that stage that one time.
Yeah, when he called him out for that shit.
He called him out on the stage and said, like, you supposed to be my brother. You supposed to be my big sister. Why y'all abandoning me? Why y'all not replying to my messages? Like, he did that on a live stage.
Yeah.
And then he allegedly asked them not to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, exterminate him.
You know what that means.
Yeah.
He know the count. Let's get in. I got 3 videos kind of breaking down different pieces of this. We'll take a look at it from all angles, because y'all know he just did an interview with academics recently where he was hooded in a black KKK robe. It was like an hour talk. And academics did a good job not cutting it all. He didn't cut it. Literally, when they turned it on, you watch academics kind of get ready. Just let it run all the way to the end till he pulled off. So I want to play.
Hey, hold on. Before you play that video, though,
Mm-hmm.
when he said something about Jay-Z got 2 more kids and they got disabilities, I ain't never known nothing about that.
Yeah, he got Rumi and Sir. He has 2 younger kids.
Yeah, the twins, ain't they?
Yeah, the twins.
Oh, the twins have disabilities. I didn't know that.
I
I
mean,
Yeah,
never.
shit, you ain't
Kanye.
seen them since they was born.
Yeah,
Well, we've seen the
Kanye
little
kind
girl. We
of.
just never seen the little boy.
We've seen both, but they've kind of made, like you said, references to being a little maybe on the spectrum. And so, that's kind of what we're addressing. If you have sensitive ears, if certain words offend you, make sure that you proceed with caution. You might skip the next few seconds of these next few videos. Let's get into them. We're gonna go through 3 of them now. Get your opinion of them.
Somebody come get Kanye because he's back at it with the reckless tweets, this time coming for children. Yes, you heard that, right? Ye hopped on Twitter and threw slurs at Beyonce and Jay-Z's youngest twins, questioning their mental capacity in a way that had the whole internet in shock. And if that wasn't enough, he pushed it even further, making a wild claim that having kids with disabilities is a choice before daring Twitter to take his post down. He claimed that the twins were mentally challenged due to the Carters using artificial insemination. As expected, the backlash was instant. But instead of apologizing, Kanye tried to flip the script. He claimed he actually loves Jay-Z, but has always felt like the industry's black sheep. He then went down memory lane, bringing up old drama, how the Carters skipped his 2014 wedding to Kim Kardashian, and how Jay chose Kendrick Lamar over him for the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. And because no Kanye rant is complete without mentioning Kim, he made sure to drag her into it, saying Jay and Bey could have used their power to back him up instead of letting the Kardashians run him over. By the end of it all, Ye made one thing clear. He's hurt, he feels betrayed, and he's over it. He did end up deleting the tweet, but not because he regretted it. Nope, he made sure to let everyone know he meant what he said.
One Piece. Hold that thought. Now,
Oh
this is
boy, I thought we was ready to go off.
Yeah, I want to get all 3 pieces played so we get full context. So just kind of hold on to that. And now this is academics asking him kind of about the tweet that we just saw. We'll get y'all response on that. And then we'll get how he perceives it overall. Then I'm going to get y'all final take with all the information. If that makes sense.
What about the fact that everybody knows what I'm saying is true related to that photo that I put up with my youngest daughter, right? But everything is like, but you offended Jay-Z. Him. Him. You know what I'm saying? Put it like this. Let's take it to money. How much money do you think Jay-Z make off my catalog versus what I make off it? Next subject.
Well, some people might feel like,
And I'm willing to die for my children or to allow them to be in this kind of environment.
So it looks like academics finally released his Kanye West interview where it looks like Kanye's in fear for his life and he's leaving the state because he thinks he pissed too many people off and somebody might try to get him shipped in LA.
But who do you think would care that much that they would want to threaten your life? Because you do feel like your life is a little bit threatened, right?
Yeah, I definitely feel that I was pushing life to the limits by pushing into the truth. We push whatever agendas, on the media that they want us to focus on. I don't know who the people are, so it would sound like real conspiracy theory. I just know that the kid from Lincoln Park got killed for expressing some of these same truths. When you're a celebrity, it starts to be about more of what fame is going to get you, what clout is going to get you, what money is going to get you over. Is this the right thing for your children?
All right. That is full context. Yes, and he definitely had on a black KKK suit. He absolutely did that. That absolutely happened.
My man did nothing wrong.
Tell me
He did
more,
nothing wrong.
So yeah, some Bloods and Crips. Why you
We
say
go to
that?
the next subject. My man did nothing wrong.
That's crazy. All right,
Did nothing wrong.
What you got to say about your man, CJ? What he got going on?
They said they do.
Hey, my man did nothing wrong. He vented. He spoke how he felt. It is what it is.
Is he on point?
Said what?
Is he on point?
In my opinion, yeah. Because when he brought up that one statement about how much Jay-Z make off his catalog compared to how much he make, Jay-Z still owns his shit. So obviously Jay-Z makes more. But why would, if he's supposed to be your big brother, he's supposed to be like family to you, why would he do that?
That's a business of rap,
It's
though. Ain't it?
business, dog.
You could say that.
That's what it is.
Say that, but he supposed to Ben got his catalog a long time ago. He supposed to got his catalog during Yeezus. That was the promise that Jay-Z gave him. It never happened. How many albums that made since then?
He don't know how much bread that man ain't. He might owe him. He might owe him a couple racks.
That's that.
I hear you. But if you're labeling yourself as my big brother and we in this music shit together, and then you tell me to my face that you're gonna give me my catalog, you're gonna give me my music, you're gonna give me my rights and shit. After I drop this album, Yeezus, and then you don't follow through with that. Then you start ignoring my calls and text messages, you start ghosting me and shit. Then I go through my roller coaster with the marriage. Come on now.
Man, that's what Sedge do.
He got every right to vent the way he vent.
Kanye was bugging out for a little hot minute. Like, JC telling nigga, like, you gotta relax. He kept bugging out. And he putting Jay-Z in the loop. That's how
was he bugging out, or was he just basically saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell it like it is?
And what you do is how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So bugging out. So
yeah, but when he was trying to do it the right way, they ignored him. The moment he started acting crazy, Saudi, you're muted. The moment you start acting crazy, then all of a sudden y'all want to respond to him. You know what that is? That's the same as when your girl, your lady, she tell you do something calmly one time. She tell you do something calmly 2 times. You still ain't done it. Then she tell you it for the 3rd time. This time she loud, she yelling. You gonna give her 2 responses. Either one, you gonna hurt and get the shit done, or you'll be like, girl, why you yelling? Well, shit, she was calm the first 2 times. That's what Kanye West was doing.
I'm with CJ 100%. Like you.
Now, when it comes to this, I'm a support Kanye all day because I'm a low key a stand for Kanye for real. But at the same time, I don't just y'all know me. I like to listen. I don't just take it off the surface. I listen to what the person say, because when he said that shit about slavery was a choice, I wasn't like everybody else. Everybody was like, "What? That's crazy, man!" He said slavery was a choice, but then when you finally saw the entire clip, because you know how media is about clips, he was like, he said there was people that hopped off the boat. They didn't want to be slaves. So he said slavery was a choice. But he said if enough of them folks actually hopped off that boat, the folks that stayed, they wouldn't be able to have slavery like they wanted to, because it was too many motherfuckers that hopped off.
And I'm with you. Like when I say CJ, I don't know what happened this week, but like I feel you 100%. Like I feel everything that you said. I'm not
when Kanye be saying shit, like, yeah, it sounds crazy. I am not gonna argue against nobody that a lot of shit sounds crazy. But if you actually sit there and listen to what the fuck is being said, instead of just be like, man, this motherfucker wild. It should be making sense when if you actually do the research, actually break down what's being said.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
it's one of those things. It's just one of those things where it's either you get it or you don't.
Yeah, and I'm with CJ. I get it, because
you either get it or you don't. If you don't get it, I understand why you don't get it. It's Kanye. Y'all remember that one song he made? All he did was say, "Poop dee scoop, scoop." That shit right there. They told him that that his label, Rock Nation, they told him that he needed to drop a song now, or they was gonna charge him like $700 million because he ain't dropped a song in so long. So that's what he did. He dropped that damn song, and where did that song go? It got on the radio. It hit the radio and actually went #1 for like 2 weeks. He proved a point that he dropped the stupidest fucking song and he still hit #1 for about 2 weeks, and all he did was say "poop diddy scoop." Why? Just to keep the label from charging him. How crazy does that sound? Niggas are forcing him to make music by no choice, so he did it.
Y'all finished?
Go ahead, Gino.
I didn't get to say
Go
what
ahead.
Say. I'm gonna just add a little, caveat to that. I feel you 100%, CJ. Like, because y'all want people to be cool, calm, and collected, and I understand that. But when we are cool, calm, and collected,
please don't start projecting. Stick to Kanye. Don't start projecting.
I'm not projecting. You know what? I am projecting because I understand Kanye. Nigga, I am Kanye. So, with that being said, I feel him 100%. And yeah, we're going to do a cool, calm, and collected, but y'all be trying to play us like we ain't that, and it really is this. So, I'm going to show you that. And everything CJ said, yeah, put a stamp on that.
Hey, sorry, don't come in here with no black KKK suit on talking about I am Kanye. Wait 1 minute.
I ain't gonna do all that. I ain't gonna do all that, but I'm just saying. I feel Kanye. I feel CJ.
Anybody's like Kanye when it comes to calm, cool, and collective until is me. But anyway, I don't know the whole thing they went into with the Kanye thing is, but like when I started off speaking on the Jay-Z part of it, you feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, Kanye, first of all, you in an industry that you didn't create. You feel what I'm saying? So nobody is on your time when you think people should hear you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody's on your time, bro. But I get it. Ooh, all right, boom. So you start doing these certain outbursts that your mans ain't with. Your mans is not with the outbursts. You ain't even coming to your mans about the outbursts you about to do. You feel what I'm saying? And you expect him to still support you when that's not how he moves. So you disregarding your mans. You disregarding your big brother. You thinking about self. So if your big brother fall back silently, and big bro ain't said shit, he fall back silently, I'm gonna have to cut little bro off, and he go about his business. He ain't wrong, because that's how Sage Daddy do. And I ain't even gonna do all that loud shit back and forth with you when it comes to that point. I tell you, I don't move like this. This is how I'm moving. If you ain't with it, you ain't with it. But don't do outbursts on my behalf and throw my name in shit that I ain't even in the midst about, that I ain't even green light you have or even converse with you about. Don't throw my wife name in the midst of shit I ain't even converse with you about.
That's a fact.
So my kids.
That's definitely not what happened.
Okay.
It's literally not. It's literally not. Like there's like he even had an interview with Jay-Z. Jay-Z had an interview with the Kevin Hart shit where he admitted that when before that outburst came, he said he admitted that Kanye did come to him about it, but he said at the time he was too busy doing other stuff that he didn't have time for him. How the fuck you ain't got time for your man?
On bum rush the stage and take
No,
over.
we talking about the only time that he did something that literally was out of pocket was the whole shit where I don't care what nobody says, Beyonce had the greatest album of all time. That's the one time when he did that outburst, when he did that rant on stage. Jay-Z admitted that that Kanye contacted him and reached out to him prior to that, but he said he was too busy.
If you're rebutting to me though, CJ, I'm not talking about how he moved. When I'm saying his mans don't move like that. That's not how his mans move. I'm not saying how he did things was running right. It's an outburst to his mans. Like, where's my man? Oh my, I don't even know where he's going.
But if I'm coming,
I am not finished.
Oh, sorry.
See, this the kind of cool collected Dan Kanye shit.
My bad.
So at the end of the day, the Trump shit when the Trump first was around, the Bush, all types of shit he do, his mans don't move like that. You feel what I'm saying? So when he be screaming, my big brother answers the phone, they gotta be. Everybody know how Jay-Z move. Jay-Z is all our big brother, including Kanye. We know how he move, and it ain't nothing how Kanye do. Jay-Z would never green light have this. I'm not saying what Kanye do is wrong. That's just how he rock. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like me, you, or any one of us. It's like you start rocking in a way I don't rock, I ain't gonna beef with you. You just ain't gonna hear from me no more. Cause you my brother and I love you, but I don't rock like I can't move like you move. But that ain't my jacket. That's all. Jay-Z not wrong for that. In my opinion, in this particular situation, Jay-Z and Kanye situation, why he ain't answering the phone and why he can't get up with him more, Jay-Z ain't wrong for that, bro. They don't move the same. And they ain't real fucking brothers. Nigga, I met you in the industry making beats for me, nigga. All this big brother shit gotta stop. It's business. It's business.
That is true. 100%. That is true. But the way that I take it is with the whole, Jay-Z situation, allegedly, because who really knows what happened? We wasn't there. I feel like that Kanye came to Jay-Z as a brother, as a best friend. And basically, you have to understand when men are in that position and they have that power, and when you are calculated, cool, and you are sharp like Jay-Z, you move how you want to move. And you really don't got no fucking allies. You got motherfucking pawns. So the moment that I say this shit ain't that, and you can't accept that because you think I'm your friend and I'm your ally, once fucking Kanye saw who he was fucking dealing with, he said, okay, I got you. I don't give a fuck. And because I know you cool, calm, and collected, I'm gonna be the fucking complete opposite. That's my little take.
Well, that's why your ass got to get the fuck out my damn circle.
And you know
It's about
what?
to
That's
cost me
okay with
billion.
me.
It's about to cost me.
Because
I'm a billionaire. I don't move like that.
but you have to understand, they say most motherfucking CEOs, billionaires or whatnot are narcissistic. And that's for a reason. So when you start talking about these narcissistic tendencies, you don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself at the end of the day.
That's both of them, Kanye and Jay-Z. Narcissistic.
Yeah, I was about to say they kind of both.
You can say that.
They are.
Yeah.
I say you can say that.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, so when you can even say when you bring two narcissistic people together, it's gonna be motherfucking smoke, however you look at it, because you not about to make me look less than nothing because I already know that I am who I am. So it's like it's always gonna be smoke. It's always gonna be friction. Because the moment you make me feel like I'm a bitch, I'm gonna show you that I'm not.
Steady making business deals, steady up in his career. And Kanye just steady doing his way up in his career. It's just for real, all this shit be about entertainment. I ain't about to get deep into I done seen Kanye flip-flop too many times. I fuck with his outbursts, his entertainment. I fuck with the real shit. It's inspiring me. But he flip-flopped too many goddamn times for him to be walking around, people act like he a saint. That I cannot trust a motherfucker that changed by the fucking weather. I can't. I can't. I'd rather deal with the most consistent asshole I can deal with, the most consistent nice guy I can deal with, the most consistent hoe I can deal with. I love consistency. This nigga Kanye changed by the fucking weather, dog.
And now I can agree with you there on that. He is on the extreme side when it comes to that. But yeah.
Jalen, what's going on, love?
Hey, Jalen.
What up?
Hello.
Let me guess. You a Kanye fan?
I am the old Kanye fan.
Okay, we agree there. What's your take on this current scenario with Kanye and Hove and calling out his kids? What do you think?
Kanye needs to go find Jesus or God or whatever fucking deity that'll calm his nerves. I get people love to call him calculated, but this man is out here like branding swastikas all over the place.
Yeah,
at some point, we gotta call mental instability what it is.
For real. Like
he's creative. He has a bunch of creativity. He's an artist, but this man has gone off the wagon and he needs help.
I think, you know what's crazy, Jalen? This would be so wild because even in his most craziest events, because I actually watched that Academics interview, I can find a stream of consciousness in that shit. And I'm like, he's not all the way wrong. I just think that the intention behind why he does the shit he does, I can't decode the tantrum for what you're really trying to tell me. And if you just throw tantrums too much, it's just the point where I don't give a fuck to even discern it. I don't care no more. Like now you're just breaking shit. And I think that for as smart as he is, I think that do you play that dangerous game with a boy that cries wolf? You know, I think that he did it with us for far too long. And I think that a part of what made him such a genius in the music industry is the fact that he has no, it's like he has no filter, and every time he speaks, because we respect him so much, we allow him to get hit through his full stream of consciousness with nobody slowing him down and be like, hold on, stay here. What does this mean? Walk it all the way down, give it more than just a 2-second thought. I think that literally you can have so much money with it, you have the privilege to slow down time. And this man, for far too much of his career, has had literally no time limit, no constraints, no pushback on anything he does. And this is why he's able, when he tries to articulate real problems he has, it's hard to decipher it, because even academics like, bro, who the fuck as an interviewer is gonna be like, hold on, Kanye, what the fuck does that mean? Damn, bro, that sounds kind of fucking crazy. You feel me? Like, it's not a lot of people that when Kanye get to going, because we respect his genius, that's gonna stop his bag. Like he's just gonna talk about the fuck he want to talk about. Even when you ask him, he's still gonna talk about the fuck he want to talk about. So it makes it hard to truly walk down his logic train sometimes because of the way his brain processes the world. I don't think it's necessarily wrong. I just think that he's the most conflating person I've ever met in my life. But I can still it's interesting to pick through the flashes of genius that I hear. It's just too far in between sometimes for me. And so that's my
I
take
also
on
can't
it.
feel sorry for a billionaire. You know that
That is a fact.
I cannot feel sorry for a
Sherelle said
billionaire.
that nigga crazy. No,
You
that's
are
decent.
indeed a billionaire.
Yeah,
I am nowhere near that.
that's a
So
fact,
for
dog.
you to come cry wolf to a bunch of people that are nowhere near your fucking net worth is
Yeah,
insane to me.
that
When
shit
you're
is
the one who
ridiculous.
signed your name on these contracts in the first place.
Yes,
That shit with Adidas would have never happened if you would have never partnered with them. You
that's a
decided to
fact.
go partner with the devil, the white devil, and now you calling them white devils and having swastikas branded all over your shit because they did you dirty. When you the one that was partnered with white people in the first, I don't listen. I can't feel sorry for.
Damn, I can agree with you that on. I can definitely agree with you on that.
Like, nigga, take some money out the bank and dry your tears with that shit. I don't want to hear it.
Where you at with it, boy?
Hey, one more side note. Hey, I don't know if people watch Power, but watch the last episode. It's funny how the music industry works and how 50 threw that juice shit in there. Not even if you don't watch Power, just go watch Power and reference the part where the Jew dude that girl that's in the movie and shit, her brother, you know, he in the music industry, he trying to fuck with the music industry in Power, in the movie Power, his role, right, Lou. And watch the Jew conversation with Lou. It's funny. Like you could tell 50 line is with the Jew. You could tell, you know what I'm saying? The shit Kanye be, you know what I'm saying? You could tell 50 is like in business with him. Just by how what the Jew expression was about how we look at Jews.
I think I know that scene you talking about. You know what's crazy though? This is weird shit. Not even weird. The way Kanye talks about his daughter, I think is like, to me, that's when he seems to have the most focused stream of consciousness. Where it's like, yo, why the fuck y'all got my daughter partnering with this nigga? Her goddamn daddy, Kanye West. You got me fucked up. Like, bro, I'm him when it come to that. You
He
know what I'm
also
saying?
allowed
Like,
her to be on a song with Diddy, right?
oh, girl.
Or was it Diddy or somebody else?
No, it was another. It was I think it was a female artist. That song when she got the little freestyle at the front.
Yeah, that's just weird.
This nigga go to church and preach on a pew on Sunday. You know, on the award show, have a white girl butt bald naked.
Oh yeah, his wife.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, so allegedly, well, Amber Rose already said it. He likes to have other men envy and want to fuck his girl. That's why he does it. That's why he had Kim do it. That's why he had her do it. That's why he got Bianca doing it, because that's his fetish. But meanwhile, like Bino said, he is preaching on Sunday. Praise God.
Crazy, bro.
That's why I say narcissistic, crazy ass people.
I miss Donda. I miss Donda so much, yo.
You think his mom would have slapped the fuck out of him?
Yes.
I think that's what he need.
For sure.
Nah, for real.
For sure
I think his mama would have himped him to fuck up. Because even in the interview with Academics, he talked about how his pops was kind of schooling him or something. And he was like, I kind of slowed down. So I think that honestly, there's people in his life that make him slow down. I just think that, again, to your point, Jalen, when you a billionaire, you don't have to watch your motherfucking mouth. You don't have to filter anything you say, because it's like, I'm gonna say it, y'all gonna move the fuck around anyway. So I think that Kanye type nigga to where when like we had casual conversation with each other, we'll catch something and be like, oh, that's dope. Let me go check that out a little bit more. Kanye type nigga to where you tell him, hey man, y'all know them damn McDonald's chicken nuggets got cardboard on it. And see this is another thing I think that happened with Kanye. Kanye be hearing shit he not supposed to tell us. And because he has no filter, he runs and just lets it all go. And we be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I think that happens a lot to where he because of his status and money and shit, I think that it's kind of like the Trump effect. You know how I feel like Trump does the same thing sometimes. Sometimes they're so oblivious to what should and shouldn't be, like the third and fourth wall type shit. Like, you're not supposed to be knowing this. He has no fucking filter. So in his mind, Like, for example, Trump, like somebody probably told Trump, hey, bro, there's some aliens out there in real life. Like, we done beat them and shit. This nigga Trump be like, a word, go right on TV. Yo, we need a space force to police the aliens. Niggas like, what the fuck are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that
No,
happens
I
to
feel
Kanye a lot.
yeah.
Like, he be privy to a lot of conversations, but by the time he opened his mouth to tell us, it's just one long stream of conscious thought. And we be like, yo, you got to slow down, dog. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of following you, but you really losing me right now. But I think a lot of what we get from him is that, and mixed with that narcissism shit, to where it's like, to Jalen's point, if these deals would have went through for you, would we get this much of your unadulterated quote unquote truth? If everything played the way you wanted it, who knows? You see what I'm saying? So it's just kind of hard to. I can't really put my finger on the nigga one way or another. Pause. Um, I do think he's interesting to listen to, and I'll say that. That's kind of all. That's where I'm at with Kanye. But $1 billion can make you do that shit. I do think that academics, although cool for like running that whole shit through, I don't like the fact that you have the license plate of the vehicle you actually drove away in. That was kind of crazy. And if somebody really was down behind Kanye, I thought that at least the academics could have done was been a little bit more mindful of starting the video and ending it with him pulling off. You feel me? Like, I thought that was a little weird. But it'd be stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know. I just I pay attention to stuff even like that. How Kanye's black, like the KKK robe he had on, it came down later with academics assistant. Like, they had a whole conversation for he came on the next elevator. Like, I just pay attention to the little nuances of things, because we all know, God forbid something happened to that man, we gonna all be looking back. Well, let's go take a look at his last interviews. What
Right.
happened? How did they go down? Why did they do this? Why'd y'all do that? And I just watching it made me a little nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could be off base like a motherfucker, but you see
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
didn't even get to I didn't get to see the interview. So after this, I'm going to probably look at
Yeah,
it.
it was pretty tough. It was like an hour and some change, but literally there was no cuts. So as soon as academics and his team gets in the building, the cameras rolled the entire time. You know, you saw them kind of thinking about where they're gonna place Kanye, blah blah. And like I said, it seems like he's aware, because as soon as the interview was over, he's like, "Yo, I gotta go." Even his tone changed. Like, his whole demeanor was a little more chill.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like, you wearing Sean John shit with swastikas. Like, there's a part of me like, yo, that's an asshole in you. You know what you're doing. You know that affects people. You know it offends them. That's what you want to do. So I get it. I just think that we get lost in that messaging because of his emotional reaction to shit. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just also, but there's another thing too. Let's talk about this. How would y'all feel if your homeboy, your business partner, said something crazy about your children? How would that make y'all react?
Say something crazy about what?
Your children, your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll do it.
We're done.
You could go, Jayla.
No, we're done. Simple.
Yeah, I was about to say, nothing is off limits after that for me. But at this point, from like the Kanye perspective, I just don't think like that ain't that. Like, we not business partners no more. At this point, nigga, you the enemy. So it's like, if I'm gonna take it there, I'm gonna take it there. And then again with Kanye, I feel like he just say shit that people think or either know sometimes. So it's like, that's just part of him, just like, being a little crazy, narcissistic or whatever, and just not giving a fuck.
Yeah, I think yeah, well, I mean,
Like we said before, man, once you open the door of disrespect, you can't be mad how hard I clap back. You
Yeah,
fuck me, I might
because
pop your ass.
bro, like, I don't know, man. Maybe we just look at shit different. But if it ain't blood being drawn, somebody being taken away, like it's a character thing for me when you bring up kids and shit, bro. It's not even about what me and you got going on. You feel what I'm saying? It's about you a fuck character nigga at this point. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe Jay-Z is too, right? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But what's up, Sherelle? But the kid joint is like, I think that's when you like, I think some shit should still be left with some type of principality, some type of morality, some type of moral compass you should still have, no matter what type of beef you got going on with a nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's
that's a fact.
And that's my thing. Like, I completely get, and I'm not even on Kanye's side with this. I'm not really on any side. I just can see both sides of it. So that's why I just be like, well, from Kanye's perspective, I can see that side. But I don't agree with a lot of shit. I agree with some, but a lot of it, I don't agree. So I feel where Bino's coming from.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like to a point, like he gonna do what he gonna do. Like, I'm just saying, like, to me, that's like, if we playing chess, I got one up on you. It ain't before long where I'm gonna knock you off the board.
And that's exactly what it's going to come to. And it's unfortunate.
Do y'all
think my thing is if you begging this man to not do nothing to you, why you keep fucking with him? If you know his capabilities and you saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you say, like, please don't do nothing to me, please don't hurt me, Jay. Like leave that man alone. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing, like, because he's fucking crazy and like a little narcissistic. It's the taunting, like he's taunting him. Like he's like, nigga, I want you. Like I'm like, I'm approved of you. Like I really don't give a fuck. So it's like, what you gonna do? Because you ain't knocking me off that board yet. So what's up?
If I'm being honest, y'all, I really think that there's a part of Kanye that wants someone to. I think two things. Yeah, it's almost like a suicidal mission.
Yeah.
Because he knows that if someone takes him out, he's a martyr forever. Even though he's not aware that if Kanye lives to 83 and dies a natural death, he'll still be a martyr. But in his mind, him going that way immortalizes him in his own logic. But I also think that there's another part of him that it's like it's almost like like I can't quite put it into words, bro. Like maybe
help.
in his mind, the offense of the egregiousness of what Jay-Z did to him, in his mind, he sees this as being equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
You did this to me, and I'm gonna say the obvious about your kids because, like, if you listen to that interview, the amount of people that he disrespected, like, you were angry, repeat what he called them, but you know what I'm saying, like, he dropped the F-bomb a few times. F ass nigga, like it's almost as if this is his way of showing y'all the niggas y'all think tough ain't. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. I'm gonna say the most egregious shit and watch they don't do nothing to me.
And granted, a lot of what he say, I don't believe he lies. Now, I believe he got a lot of truth in what he say, but my point is, with the truth that you be telling, what are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, what's the end game?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. The way you going, like it ain't how.
You know what the crazy thing is?
The way you going about it.
The crazy thing is, I don't feel like he know what he is trying to accomplish. Like that's I think he really don't know. Like
that nigga got to billionaire status. That is not an easy feat. Like we gotta get a man some credit.
But like this is what I'm saying. When we talk about so when I look at things like when we talk about money, I see money as vanity. So it's like, okay, I got the money, I got the accolades, I got the people, the fans or whatever. But when we talk about like happiness and like, just being at peace with self and loving who you are and being one within, it's like it don't really give a fuck what you got. You can have the money, the cars, the bitches, whatever, the niggas. If you don't like yourself or if you not like peace, that shit is like, that shit will fuck with you. That shit will kill you slowly. So it's like a crash out mission. That's how I feel. Especially like after he lost his mom, and if he feel like he really don't got nobody to speak to, it's like I don't know.
And look, and then when you make it to that level, bro, I feel like that shit like snowfall, but like where Franklin couldn't get out if he wanted to. The CIA, like nigga, I feel like that's like them niggas in the music industry, bro. Like they can't walk away with their money and just go on the island and just be like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, like I made it. It's like, no, we're not gonna let you enjoy that shit like that, boy.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like they be
That's what I'm saying. Like the chaoticness that comes with that shit is like
level. I feel like that's what level they be on. Like not all music industry, but that elite. When you sit down at the round table with the Jews,
if
I could on YouTube, I don't know what be going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in
real shit, beat up.
I'm still, let's say what type of training I need. Media training. Shit.
Yeah, PR.
But yeah, though, I feel like they can't even walk away and breathe and just, you know what I'm saying? And just raise their family if they wanted to type shit.
Hey, look, that's what 607 Unc said. He said, you might make the money, but you ain't gonna enjoy it. They gonna take it from you. You going to jail. Something gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that motherfucker be. Hey, that's another one. Like people think that he foolish, boy. He be dropping some gems though.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying, Wally. Like, so when you really dealing with all that bullshit and you not happy, it's like, why not crash out? Like what? Like I ain't got nothing to lose for real, for real.
That's a dangerous nigga, man. I think that again, being afforded the luxury to move completely autonomous is it could be an intoxicating drug or it could be super powerful. But I just think that again, Kanye West is afforded a level of freedom that most people are afraid to ever reach. I can't wait to see this big head little girl right here in the
That's
comments.
crazy work.
Lauren Mack, I'm gonna throw a shoe at you when I see you possibly. Maybe your forehead gonna block it, and that's cool too, right? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as long as you're here, fuck it.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here. We love you too, our little troll, Lauren. She has a 6 head. We trying to get surgery done, so we might lock the doors. We get to Atlanta to try to get this 40,000 up to get her a forehead reduction. It's kind of like a reverse BBL in the face. So we gonna prayers and condolences to her forehead, her 6 head. Yeah, but let's get the big U. Like I said, man, gangsters do wild shit, and sometimes it don't always go the way you planned it, or sometimes it actually does go the way you thought it was gonna go. So just depending on what you think. But Big U is a member of the Crip Street organization. He has been in an indictment ring with about maybe 50 to 60 other members of the Crip organization for various charges. Rico, we're gonna bring up some of these charges and kind of show a few videos walking down what some would see as the nail into his coffin. So real quickly, Big U was a musical artist. He has found himself in hot water as he now faces a 43-count federal indictment. The charges raised against him include racketeering, fraud, extortion, embezzlement. He surrendered to the authorities last week with the alleged murder of a rapper in 2021. Big U has connections with the street gang, the Rolling 60s, according to ABC 7. His arraignment was scheduled for April the 8th. The U.S. Attorney's Office released a press release on March 27th detailing the counts for each charge, which is listed below. He got 1 count of conspiracy to violate the RICO Act, 1 count of tax evasion, 2 counts of the Hobbs Act, 1 count of the Hobbs Act robbery, 9 counts of attempted Hobbs Act extortion, 5 counts of the Hobbs Act extortion, 1 count of, I'm assuming that's manslaughter Act 1 or Mann Act, which is an act, I'm sorry, embezzlement and other fund-related offenses, 5 counts, 1 count of bank fraud, 2 counts of failure to file tax returns, and 15 counts of wire fraud. Sheesh. Yeah, that happened. So, what are y'all initial thoughts before I get into the videos?
Man, them niggas know, man. You can't. Once you go
Sure is a
legit,
lot,
you
man.
got to go all the way legit. You know the
Yeah,
feds on that. Any type of street organization, the feds is on you, man. So
yeah, bro. I think that bro had been like Big U. They were trying to tie him to the Nipsey Hussle murder when that happened, but let's get into some videos to kind of walk down a timeline in particular of what they claim to be the murder that kind of set off the whole indictment thing. I'm gonna share my screen because I don't know whether I got this video on my thing, but yeah, give me 1 second. We're gonna see.
That man ain't got he don't know how to be financially stable or nothing, boy. You just
Hey, Debo said, what was the boy name? Tiny? He said that he made the Debo character off Big U.
Damn. I can't
That's
believe
crazy.
this. This kind of makes sense. But first, I'm gonna walk down this timeline, and I got like one more video kind of explaining this. So let's get y'all thoughts on this. This is Big U and Rayshawn, the wide receiver that they alleged Big U had something to do with his death.
They got there, this is the first time that the witness or the security guard at this establishment has seen Big U. And we all know Big U is a distinct character, so there's no way he's going to forget seeing Big U at the studio. Now, again, what led up to this visit at the studio was the diss record that was recorded 5 days prior on January 20th, 2021. In that record, Rayshawn Williams rapped about somebody who had the money, which the feds allege a reference to Big U. And Rayshawn Williams also rapping about being shot in the face for thinking shit funny with a .38 revolver because it leaves no trace. Now, it's not known if Big U heard this diss record before or during his interaction at the studio with Rayshawn Williams, but something made him pull up. So Rayshawn Williams had an Airbnb in Vegas, and it said that Henley and Robinson pulled up in a dark gray Lexus to the studio. And it said that the night before the homicide, Big U's phone was shown to have arrived at the Airbnb in Vegas that Rayshawn was staying at in the middle of the night. So it said that at 7:04, he was at the studio. And Rayshawn pulled up to the studio between 8 or 9 and recorded a record until about 11 or midnight. And at about 12:30 in the morning, the dark gray Lexus was no longer at the studio, but Robinson was. 12:58, Big U's phone disconnects from the cell towers. But at approximately 1:13 in the morning, the dark gray Lexus pulls up to the Airbnb. At this time, it said, Rayshawn is seen getting out the car, going into the Airbnb, and coming back out with his suitcase. Mind you, Rayshawn wasn't supposed to leave Vegas until the next day, but he's bringing his suitcase out at 1 in the morning and putting it in the dark gray Lexus. So at 1:20, the Lexus pulls off from the Airbnb. And about an hour later, 55 minutes later, 2:15 a.m., both of Big U's phones connect back to the cell tower in our reported location. So it said that the drive from the Airbnb to the location where Rayshawn's body was found would take roughly about 42 minutes.
600 has been posting base.
Yeah.
Shit, did Adam get hit up too?
No, they questioned him, but nothing really came of it. Like I said, the way that kind of ended, the implication was that so Big U, dude made a diss song. Big U ended up doing whatever, but they're alleging that when the suitcase came out, that Big U had stuffed him kind of in the suitcase, and that they, disposed of his body in the desert, in Las Vegas desert. And this is a whole thing. I'm pretty sure y'all could find it, but like you said, bro, it was
that's wild.
Pretty and again, he had been charged with, a couple of extortions. So there's another thing with Big U and Adrian Broner to where Big U used to invite out athletes and they would party with him, in Cali, and that Adrian Broner, the rapper, he had some trick dice. And so he had conned a couple of basketball players out like a few million. And so, Big U kind of pressed him about that. But it was just a lot of tap ins. If you in the area, you got to tap in with him. They say he would do shit like let's say you were going to Cali, you would tap in with Big U, and then he would literally send someone to rob you, but then also charge you to get your shit back. But he was the one that sent the niggas to actually rob you. And so he was literally giving you protection for the very people he lined up to spin you type shit. Like, just a
Set
lot of
motherfuckers up, boy.
yeah, a lot of allegations. Like I said, he still got to have his day in court, right? But these are just some of the more serious allegations that were levied. But they did say that when he deleted that wide receiver, that it kind of you know pushed things forward with all the investigations on the other stuff he had been doing. What are your thoughts?
Just another
Man,
game.
people just gotta learn how to do shit by themselves. You want to go handle shit, do that shit by your damn self.
What are your thoughts?
Some street shit, man.
Yeah. I don't got nothing to say, but this shit is crazy, and it is some street shit. Cause I don't know, this is beyond me.
That just another gangster fucking with the music industry and end up getting caught. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. I don't know, man. The CIA's in the music industry, bro. That's why I keep going back to the CIA in the music industry. The big U shit. That shit just, I don't know, man. That nigga did all that time. Been cripping, one of the main faces of that sector of cripping. For him to do it that way, just I guess get comfortable. I don't know. I mean, it's just another fuck up, man. Just another, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just another fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They know everything they be doing in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers doing interviews, repping they street shit, talking about street shit. Like,
That's the conversation.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So damn, that's why I'm like, man, this shit is just this the Hunger Games, man. This the Truman Show, man. None of this shit real, man. It's no way. I holler at it.
Yeah. I think that's the most troubling part is that once gangsters realized that there were people that were fascinated with the shit they did and they get paid for just literally talking about things that they wasn't so necessarily attached to and get money from it, it fucked the game up in a lot of ways for both sides. Because then it became cool to be thugging.
Right.
And I think that that's where the game got fucked up because the laws, principles, and organization that was originally brought to these gangs, right, was kind of lost in translation because it became lucrative to be gangster when it didn't start that way. But that's unfortunately where we are, and this is the real life consequences of broadcasting that street lifestyle and interviewing with people that don't look like you, don't come from you, don't understand you. This is what happens.
That's a fact.
I mean, motherfuckers want to try to blend that gangster shit in the music industry, and it only stays that way if it benefits the big wigs to make money out of it.
Yeah.
The moment it starts fucking with the money, that's when folks died, turn up missing. Oh, it was a gang. It was gun violence. He just found out where he stayed and shot him up. No, somebody that works for you did that.
Yeah.
Like the whole Pop Smoke situation. No, somebody opted your address, my guy. You didn't just randomly get an Airbnb and niggas just knew.
Yeah.
You didn't even stream that day. How the hell they know where that house was? Come on now. That nigga wasn't even really gangster like that.
Yeah, I think that
What happened? Oh, what's that nigga name? Lil Durk with his girl had a gun shooting and the girl shot back.
Yeah.
He says in the song that they didn't even record on that day. How the hell they found out where y'all was at?
They were home.
Yeah, but they never home. They're hardly ever there. So the time that they actually there, how the fuck they know then and there to come to y'all? You see what I'm saying? Somebody had to have told that. It was probably somebody that's above you.
They
You
tried
see
to
what I'm saying?
Pop Smoke shit was a home invasion shit too, and he had posted like, see, in LA they got their home invasion culture. They be waiting for the rappers to come there and go there. So he had posted like on his Instagram. He just so happened to have his
That
address.
check-in BS.
Yeah, his address in the background, like not on purpose neither. You know what I'm saying?
I think the only one that was dumb enough to really put his literal whole day leading up to him getting shot the fuck up was that what's his name, P&B Rock or whatever his name is. That nigga literally, that right before he got shot up, he literally had his whole entire day all over fucking Snapchat. They knew where this nigga was eating at. They knew where he was at the gas station. He had everything. They just literally was basically following your ass.
Mm-hmm.
But you literally saw how he threatened the guy that ended up deleting him. And you can tell by that guy's demeanor when he came up on the live. He wasn't playing with PNB. Respectfully. Like, you know.
When he was telling me, so I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna take that chain from you. He said, oh, this chain, come get this chain. You stupid as hell.
Yeah.
The background literally had the name of the fucking chicken place you was at.
Yeah.
And odds are it's an area that he knew. He knew where you was at. You dumb as hell. The moment that nigga said that, oh, I know where you at, nigga, I would have left. Girl, get in the car.
You know what
you
is
call me
crazy
a pussy,
though?
call me a bitch, all you want. Like,
you know
girl,
what's
get in the
dope?
car.
Like, I think what's crazy too is that Hitman Holler girlfriend got shot. And she got shot in the face and she was shooting back. But like, this is what I think is interesting. I watch academics sometimes when there's certain things that I'm looking for. And he said something very interesting. And this is where sometimes the criminal mind can meet the nerd and get a moment of clarity. He said some real shit. He said, I don't think that gangsters understand this is what makes y'all stupid. If you committed a crime in a gang, and let's say you're not even banging hard, because of the RICO and the way the RICO is set up, if there's an active criminal organization, if they're still actively committing those crimes, you can still be brought in on the RICO. He was speaking on how most people don't know that. They think that I committed that crime 15 years ago. And under normal circumstances for a civilian, you'd be absolutely correct. But if you're still banging or part of said organization and they're still actively committing crimes, you can still be indicted on a RICO.
Yep.
And that's something that I think that, even in academics and his quirky fucking way, people don't know about shit like that. You feel me? You're unaware that you might have committed that crime 7 years ago, but you repping the set, still talking about it. So if they're still actively doing the same thing that you on the internet talking about, there's a high probability that you could still be charged for said crime. The lack of knowledge fucks us up, bro.
All right.
I just think that we in a time that we will perish for a lack of knowledge, if nothing else. We just don't know what we don't know. And the price is too steep to be paying. And with that being said, I get it. The homies, like these are very uncomfortable conversations, but necessary. You know what I'm saying? I want to end with something, one more topic. And this is probably the most funniest topic I have is, again, man, what the fuck is up with your Millennium boys, dog? What these R&B niggas on, dog? Who
What
gave these
what they
niggas
done
gangster
did?
pills, bro?
What they done did, man?
All right, so during this millennial tour, you got the nigga. All this shit happened in North Carolina, Virginia. So, excuse me. First off, Trey Songz literally hit a nigga with a right hand that was kind of stiff, and then he did like a Mortal Kombat move after he hit the nigga in North Carolina in Greensboro. Then the nigga Omarion with his man boobs start yelling at niggas in Virginia because they was looking at him like he was stupid. He started yelling at niggas, and we gotta watch this. This nigga Trey Songz cannot fucking
What
fight.
the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Like these R&B niggas are cutting up, and I got the footage to prove it. These millennial niggas are crazy. They the real gangsters. They need to be locked up and arrested for these egregious fists. Somebody need to stop Trey Songz. Like this nigga's like that was nasty work. Let's tap in, y'all. Sheesh.
Trey Songz was deep in his R&B bag, serenading the crowd in Greensboro, North Carolina, with the slow jam classic, When We Make Love. The vibes were immaculate until they weren't. Out of nowhere, a fan decided it was his time to shine, sprinting onto the stage like he had a VIP pass to Trey's personal space. Mid-performance, dude tried to throw an arm around Trey like they were long-lost homies. But Trey? Oh, he was not with the shenanigans. In a move straight out of a martial arts flick, Trey hit him with a smooth, reflexive shove. No hesitation, no discussion. And before the crowd could even process the madness, security came through NFL style, tackling the stage crasher like it was 4th down in the Super Bowl. Game over. Meanwhile, over in Virginia, Omarion was dealing with his own drama. The R&B vet was giving the crowd his all, but they were sitting there like they were at a TED Talk instead of an R&B concert. Frustrated, he snapped, calling them out for the lack of energy. One thing about Omarion, he needs that reciprocity.
All y'all get your asses up the fuck. Get up, get up, get up. It's a gossip. Get up, the fuck up.
Hey man, look. First off, I think Trey Songz doing the random reflex punch. I think it was a part of him saying that if he hit him, he gonna get sued or something. I don't fucking know. That was weird. And then he freeze frame like that. He looked fragile. Now, as far as boob chest Omarion, nigga, at the end of the day, you was at your best when you was with the group. You was at your best when you was with the group. I don't care what nobody says. When Omarion try to drop some little shit here and there, okay, he had icebox, all right, cool, touch. And Marcus Houston had some shit. But at the end of the day, their best shit is still as the group. So it's just like them niggas is never gonna be better separately. You're talking about this shit gonna be at the Millennium Tour gonna be in Atlanta? Who going?
Got surgery or some shots and some shit. Bro, how
that shit look weird, right?
Chest titties.
Yo.
Like, this nigga had, bro, like, how you not fat with titties?
That's like testosterone issues.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga must be shooting himself up or something at one time, and now that shit decapitating or whatever, degrading or
that
whatever.
nigga then he ain't look like no homo. He ain't look like that during the fucking versus shit with Mario.
Bro, this nigga got titties.
I'm telling you, bro, them Hollywood niggas weird, bro. Like,
dog.
Bro, I'm glad I don't be caught up in that shit, bro, because that shit is not real, bro. Like,
nigga walk around with an A cup.
That is disgusting fucking work, bro. They said your boy Drake had some work, same kind of thing. That's why he wore the shoulder pads, bro.
I believe it, bro. It's not real,
Drake
bro.
was on his tour dressing like that nigga just hopped off a bike, off a BMX race or something.
Yeah, they was like because he kind of had the same thing, like they scope their bodies and shit, and then they'll, you know what I'm saying? Like,
is that what that shit is?
BBL Dreezy, yeah. Like these niggas be cutting and surgery and sculpting, and then once they get it right,
they gotta wear this pad and shit.
Yeah, but it's a good way to deflect from what they're actually trying to do. But yeah, give them already another 3 months, and this thing gonna come back with a 10-pack. Watch.
Yeah.
Like just fucking do diamond push-ups slowly. Your chest will get there.
These R&B niggas gotta be stopped, bro.
I guess they kind of work out. I guess
niggas make all that money. They got time.
Nigga, Trey Songz, that was the ugliest goddamn punch I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Not even ugly. It was like
punch. It was the pose afterwards. That
yeah, there you go. It's the after part. It's the fact that he did this weird slow motion soft punch like he was patting this nigga for a gun, and then he went into fucking Street Fighter stance and just froze there. Like,
nigga, that shit like a bad Mortal
if that was
Kombat
Burner
game,
Man, Buddy would have got beat the fuck up. All right.
Sherelle no
Brutally.
bullshit. Says some man Discord need BBLs. Sherelle need to cut her shit,
He's talking
bro.
about some men need BBLs.
And Drake used ChatGPT. That's how he stayed relevant. I just figured it out, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Like these R&B niggas are funny, dog. Like we worry about the rappers and the gangsters, bro. I'm worried about these R&B niggas, dog. This nigga Mario is mad aggressive, bro. Like, do they not know where the fuck they at? Like, bro, you in Virginia, North Carolina, dog. Like, niggas ain't finna be playing with your goof ass, boy. Like,
Hold
we
on,
sitting out for a reason, nigga. We tired.
in your North Carolina.
Yeah, bro. That Trey Songz shit happened in Greensboro, and the Marion shit happened in Virginia, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that ass, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
I mean, what was they expecting?
The fuck if I know. I don't know what part of this nigga thought going to Virginia and screaming at niggas was gonna get anything other than get looked at. Like,
Bro, anywhere, damn near anywhere you go, and it's gonna be niggas, because niggas coming to see both of them niggas.
that's a fact.
Anywhere, niggas is gonna look at you crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Get the fuck up. Bitch, I paid to see you. Nigga, you dance. Fuck you talking about, boy. Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. Nigga.
That shit didn't make sense. I need for Mr. Trey Songz
I'm over entertainment.
to take some boxing classes. That nigga used to be big and buff. What happened?
I don't know, nigga. I don't
Wasn't
know.
a nigga like swole at one point?
Bro.
Niggas just stopped working out.
I have no fucking clue. All I know,
And then nigga want to get a loophole and get man boobs and shit. That's crazy,
bro. Nigga posing after you hit a nigga with a goofy body shot is probably the worst fighting shit I've seen in a very long time in my life. And I've seen some stupid niggas try to fight, but boy, that was crazy. But I almost want to do a slow motion of the pose, dog. Like, I was so fucking confused, bro. But yeah, Marion, that nigga need to do some goddamn incline
That ain't it,
barbells,
bro.
like, cause that shit ain't it. Like, it's like the middle of that nigga chest is deflating on some goofy shit. Like, I don't know, dog. But then he got a belly, but not really. I don't know, man. That nigga got titties.
No, fuck that. That nigga chest look like it's like when you was fat and you lost weight, but for whatever reason the weight just didn't leave your chest. Didn't they do that
Yeah,
versus
bro.
shit with Mario last year? That nigga didn't have no chest. What the fuck is this shit? This nigga got man boobs.
Sneak said his chest bigger than mine. Y'all on bullshit tonight.
He said, "What? A chest?"
Sneak said a Marion chest bigger than hers.
That's crazy.
Y'all got
Damn, that's fucked up. Cause yeah.
Y'all on bullshit tonight.
That's nasty.
That is nasty work, bro. Like that. No comment, man.
That shit ain't healthy, bro. I don't understand. I never understood how Hollywood niggas be. They'd rather throw all that money at just quick fix.
Nah,
Let me just do a quick fix.
Having niggas on their team that really be just waiting for their downfall moment, because when that nigga was in the dressing room, the nigga said and took his shirt off, you told him nobody on his team was like, nah, son, this is not you know this ain't 2000 and you're not in 2010, right? Niggas said,
not for real, bro.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck how rich y'all niggas get. Get some man boobs on me, pause. Like, you know this ain't 2025, right? Like,
right,
bro,
like, hey, you gotta relax.
Do not
You gotta put that shirt
with
back on.
your shirt off, nigga. Like you still in the rain, dancing your heart with your ice. You know what I'm saying? With your heart, you no, nigga. You
That
was
was just
40 something, nigga. That shit is done. All them shots,
man.
that surgery shit, he must ain't went. Cause it's like, bro, he literally out there with his shirt off. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure he don't give a fuck. Cause
Fuck
why
it,
would
though.
for Marion? But like, damn, bro, do you get to a level in life where it's like little shit just don't matter to you no more? You just like, fuck it, nigga.
Bro, I don't know if I'll ever be that far gone, Bino. Like, I was thinking about that right there. Like, can I get to the point to where it's like, I don't give a fuck that much? I don't know, bro.
I don't think so neither, man.
Like, there's a part of me that's gonna always be like, I'm gonna walk by and be like, that shit don't look right, bro. Like, I gotta do something. Like, hold on, y'all. No shirts off.
I don't know, man. It's what really gets me is the two niggas that they talking about.
Yeah.
First off, if you really listen to Trey songs back then, he was good on an album. He was never good on stage.
That's
He
a
was
fact.
never good on stage. Trey
And I ain't
Songz
never
can
gonna
see
listen
good in a studio. He was never that good on a fucking stage. You ever watch that nigga perform back when they used to let them niggas perform on BET? That shit was never as good.
I give you that.
When him and Jay-Z did it, I seen him and Jay-Z when they was on when Trey had him on his little tour with Jay. He did all right. I mean, he did pretty good, but that's in his prime, like type.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm.
That was in his prime though. I seen some.
And then on Marion, this bro,
internet though. Well,
I'm sorry, we gotta watch this one more time. I have to just
that dancing shit with Omarion, nigga. Every year that go by, your knees is hurt.
Trey Songz was deep in his R&B bag, serenading the crowd in Greensboro, North Carolina, with the slow jam classic "When We Make Love." The vibes were immaculate until they weren't. Out of nowhere, a fan decided it was his time to shine, spinning onto the stage like he had a VIP pass to Trey's personal space. Mid-performance, dude tried to throw an arm around Trey like they were long-lost homies. But Trey? Oh, he was not with the shenanigans. In a move straight out of a martial arts flick, Trey hit him with a smooth, reflexive shove. No hesitation, no discussion. And before the crowd could even process the madness, security came through NFL style, tackling the stage crasher like it was fourth down in the Super Bowl.
Yo, the fact he hit a nigga in his stomach, he's still smiling is funny.
Meanwhile, over in Virginia, Omarion was dealing with his own drama. The R&B vet was giving the crowd his all, but they were sitting there like they were at a TED Talk instead of an R&B concert. Frustrated, he snapped, calling them out for the lack of energy. One thing about Omar,
this nigga got he has got to relax, bro.
This nigga really got man boobs, bro.
Like,
that is funny. That nigga testosterone levels
one
is
thing
off.
about
He got too much
Omarion, he needs
estrogen
that
going on.
reciprocity.
Like, what the fuck, bro? This nigga, bro.
All y'all get your asses up. The fuck? Get up. Get up.
You don't get to have man boobs and cuss at people like that. They don't go together. That's how the fuck that work. You shut your man boob ass up, nigga.
I like how in the moment that he's telling them to get up, is with a coat on.
Yo, nigga, come up.
Why you put the coat on? Did he get a glimpse? He look at he got the little podium screens. He look at the screen and realize them shits. Yeah, your tits is hanging, my nigga. Put the coat on.
Stop talking. I can't hear your titties flapping. What you saying?
Oh my god.
That's the audacity of these niggas, man.
That shit don't look healthy. You over here dancing and jumping up and down, brother. That ain't it.
Relax. You gotta.
That ain't it, bro.
I don't know, man. That's the game we in.
That shit ain't healthy, bro.
This shit is. Check.